sorry I'm running a little bit late here, but things are a little exciting all of a sudden. The Europa episode was a little bit slow to upload, and then my day job decided to throw a billion things at me just as the stream was supposed to start. So here we are. We should be good now, in theory. I think we're good to go. So we are in RogueTech here. We're continuing our previous campaign, and like I said, I'm not really intending on doing this like all the time. I'm gonna limit it at most to one stream day a week, but it's kind of gonna be the default fallback for when I don't have any better ideas of what to stream right now. So that's going to be the plan right now. So where are we? Behemoth is injured. We have improved automation going on. And we've got add AC-20 ammo here. It's a good thing I added that name there, because I definitely wouldn't have remembered that needed AC-20 ammo. Let's check the store. I'd be a little surprised if there's affordable AC-20 ammo in the store, but we may as well check. Well, hello there. That's pretty cheap. We're going to buy 2 tons of it. Okay, so we're not going to put that in right away, since we do need to finish up the work order there. And I don't want to redo that whole work order. I guess this is fine. I didn't necessarily mean to be there. But let's go through our barracks here real quickly and see if there's anybody that needs promotions.
Yep, standing by.
Good to
Nope,
go.
nobody needs promotions. Okay, sounds good. So, from here we can hop back to the Argo. Do we want to deploy now? All we've got is add AC-20 ammo here. Okay, I think we're good to deploy then. We've got our Hollander, we've got our Jenner, we've got our 2 Hatchetmen, our Wolverine. That Clint is definitely going to be a bit of a beast once we get that ammo in there. But we don't have it yet, and so for the moment, I think we're ready to just deploy here. So let's hop over to the command center, and we are simply going to grab... We're doing okay on funds. 419 is not ideal on the salvage. 627 is okay. It's a recovery mission. The pay isn't all that high. Let's actually try this one. There's no free priority salvage here. Actually, there is. There's a free priority salvage here. Beautiful. No free priority salvage down this way, but we can go to 521. Now, we are against Word of Blake. So that is a small concern here. They will have higher numbers than usual. We're not going to be bringing Behemoth. Does anyone have Hatchetman affinities other than Behemoth? And, oh yeah, we lost our vehicle. That's right. So Big Tom doesn't have anything to drive right now. Brick does have some Hatchetman affinities. So does Livefire. I think we're going to bring Livefire here, even though he is in poor spirits. It'll be okay, I think. Cool. Now, Darius is probably going to be upset about this difficulty, and it might be too much. It definitely might be too much. We'll see. It's going to be against Word of Blake, Skull and a Half. And Darius is upset, but it also might not be too much. We have no real way of knowing right now. So if there's 2 Word of Blake lances, it could be spicy. Because that would be 12 units. We'll see if we have allies. We'll see how many Word of Blake units there are. If we have to retreat, we can retreat. Eventually. We can eventually retreat. So let's get going here. Our first load in of the day. It'll take a little bit, has RogueTech. But that'll be fine. It should be ready to go pretty soon here, if I'm reading that correctly. Yep. Beautiful. So let's get that briefing. Any moment now, briefing. You can do it. There we go. We need to rescue the controversial painter and escape. A Merrick philanthropist is a patron of the arts here in Capola. A favored painter has been accused of heresy by the system's religious police. These zealots are propped up by foreign Blakist agents. He'll be extradited to face trial and likely execution in Blakist territory. We can't allow that to happen, but we don't want to incur reprisal from the religious leaders. That is where you come in. Locate the painter, rescue him, and at the personal request of the patron, recover the painting that started this whole mess. Commander, I don't pretend to understand what's so offensive about this painting, but they take that sort of thing seriously out here. As for retrieving the painting, apparently it's worth even more after all this controversy. That would sound correct. Okay, so let's begin this, and what do we got?
Command interface initiated.
Straightforward retrieval. Okay. And that's the extract point. Okay. So it sounded like we had allies. There's a target zone here, perhaps a secondary area. Okay, this is an awkward place to drop, for sure. We could drop, like, up over here? This is a target zone here. I believe that this is the secondary area. Yes. So let's see if we've got any allies here, and how many enemies there are. There should be quite a number of enemies. We do have allies, so that's a good sign. We see an Arctic Cheetah, a Cyclone. Okay, yeah, that's a full Word of Blake Lance there. Our allied Chandra ASV moves up and fires on this Arctic Cheetah. It doesn't get very much done because of the 6 evasive pips that they immediately drop in with, so that's not surprising. The Arctic Cheetah now moves and just kind of hides over here without firing. I like it. Our friend the Hover APC moves up, doesn't fire, probably not anything worth firing on with those evasive pips. For the time being, I want to allow this Locust to move. We are braced, even though we don't have the evasive pips, we are braced. So it's good to reserve here. We will take and let's see what that Locust does. It also moves over here. I did see that they tweaked the AI in the latest patch on fast-moving units. I don't know that this is an upgrade, but sure. We're going to continue to reserve here and see if they continue to pile in over this way. Are they just running for the cover? Maybe. So that's a red shift there. It goes for our Hatchetman. You love the Australia campaign part 30. Which one was that? I actually can't remember. Let me double check which one that was. That was quite a while ago. Okay. I don't exactly remember what happened in part 30. But I'm glad you liked it. Okay, so that Maxim Striker moves up and doesn't fire on anything. At this point, we can definitely get moving. Okay, they have a Hover APC up here. So that is definitely part of a second Lance, but it's a long ways away.
Receiving you.
Is this a charge? It is. I don't love a charge here, but this Redshift only has 3 evasive. This guy hasn't moved yet. Okay, we could hop into the Spore Field, but I don't know that that's worthwhile for us. We could bring the Hatchetman simply over here, and we can hit this Redshift pretty hard
On my way.
from this position. There's a lot of hill here still blocking these guys, and we can hit this Redshift quite hard from this direction. Do we fire slug ammo? I don't think we do. I think we fire cluster here.
Roger.
Ooh, not great on the pulse lasers there. But overall, not too bad. A large laser on that ASV. Okay, well, it's not firing at us, so that's reasonably okay. And it did miss, so sure.
Yeah.
Our Wolverine can close in a bit here. We want to stay in ideal MRM range, and that's kind of here. This is a little bit too close, but honestly, that's still within the range it looks like. So we'll position it here.
Understood.
And yeah, we don't fire at this Cyclone, for sure. We hit the Redshift, and do we fire the AC-5? Odds aren't great, but I think we still pot-shot it.
Firing.
Nice. 1 down.
Target destroyed.
Beautiful. So phase 9, that's going to be this Scout moving. Potentially some other units up here too. It also fires on the hatchetman. The hatchetman's armor is
Damage is
not
right.
the most amazing, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
What's up,
Okay,
boss?
our Jenner can definitely move up here and engage the Oscout if we wanted to. 500 total armor, and those hit odds aren't great. What if instead we took the Jenner over this way to try to engage the Cyclone? I mean, it's got all those evasive. We could also come in over here. We'd have rear arc on this Arctic Cheetah. That would be better. Our rear arc would be protected by this rock formation, in theory.
Full speed? No time.
So we position here. The hit odds are not the finest. Well, we could potentially take out this Arctic Cheetah if we get really, really lucky. We didn't. But that mech is in some danger here. No doubt about it. Only 3 evasive for us there, but it's fine. The Cyclone backs off and does absolutely nothing. So the Hollander can position around here.
Location confirmed.
We could fire on the Oscout, 15% chance, or we could pot shot way up here at one of these guys. What are the hit odds on these? It's going to be really low. We may just want a pot shot at the Oscout here, or just brace. Yeah, I think the stray shot chance is too high here. Let's just brace, and we'll work our way up the hill. So this Drillson moves up and fires on the Arctic Cheetah's side arc. It does not hit, but... Cool. Okay, so next round, let's see what they do. Nothing that we saw there. That's definitely their second lance. The Hover APC moves up, fires on that Hussar, and gets nothing done. We're not shocked about that. I would really prefer that they didn't engage this lance and that they engaged down here instead. That's a Locust. Not too threatening.
What do you need?
Our Wolverine is going to want to close in over here. We don't really want to punch with the Wolverine because of the MRM range. This is an interesting choice. If we were to position here, we'd be exposing side arc. But we have a lot of armor on the Wolverine. And we would be in ideal range of the Arctic Cheetah rear arc. We could theoretically kill the Arctic Cheetah here. Let's get up there. 42% on the MRM. So we need to get a little lucky for it, but not hugely. The Jenner is awkwardly positioned. I'm not going to fire the AC-5 here because I don't want to stray shot the Jenner with that in the rear arc.
Here we go.
Okay, we took out a double heat sink and we crit the engine core there. It wasn't quite enough, but it was very close. So that Arctic Cheetah is in serious danger. The Locust moves up and fires on our hatchet. Okay, so we can move in and melee attack with our hatchetman here. That Mongoose moves up, goes for our Jenner, gets 2 SRM hits, but misses its lasers. Nothing too bad there. Our Jenner is quite armored now.
Receiving you.
So the Jenner could actually move in and go for the rear arc on the Mongoose here. And I love this choice. If we miss the kick, I'll be sad, but there's a decent chance that we miss it.
Locked on for physical attack.
We did not miss it. That is a huge amount of damage to that Mongoose. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that was a huge amount of damage to that Mongoose, regardless. They're going to move the Arctic Cheetah soon, and firing on the Wolverine is deeply unsurprising here.
Do they think they can hurt
Deeply,
me?
deeply unsurprising. Okay. The Arctic Cheetah moves over here. Goes for the ASV. He gets some armor damage on it, but it exposes his rear arc really heavily here. They're continuing to fire on the Wolverine. They miss. At that range, we're... So that seems fine. Okay. Just a lot of moving around up there. Now, we know that they have a number of units up there, for sure. They've got this guy here. That's the Cyclone from this Lance. This Lance is going to be eliminated pretty soon, honestly. That's a PPC of some... So closing in up there is going to be interesting with their long-range weaponry. That was fired probably by this Cyclone. Yeah. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4 up this direction, and then there were a total of 6 down here. This isn't too bad. I think this is fairly manageable. I'd like to get into the rear arc of this Oscout at some point soon, but right now we're moving the Hatchetman. We could get into the rear arc of the Oscout with the Hatchetman, actually. The physical weapon only has a 37% hit chance, so we're definitely better off kicking here. Better hit odds, plus we can fire the pulse lasers. Let's do it. And we actually hit the Oscout there. Oh! That was an incredible melee attack there. We functionally one-shot that Oscout. I love it. That's amazing. The Drillson is going for the Mongoose. It gets a little internal damage there. Sure.
Yes,
Now, our Hollander could walk in and melee attack the rear arc of this Arctic Cheetah. It's unlikely to do too much else, in all honesty. I think we take this. Do we fire the Gauss as well? Sure, why not? It's worth a try. We miss the melee, which means we're almost certainly going to miss the Gauss as well. Yeah, I'm not shocked about that. It was worth a try. So I'm hoping that one of these vehicles moves up behind him. The Striker should not have moved this direction. What's that Striker got? SRMs? It absolutely should have come here and rear arc attacked the Arctic Cheetah.
Waiting for orders.
No way around that. We're going to hit the Mongoose here. The Mongoose has not had a chance to move. It's totally dead. Beautiful.
Hostile removed.
It took a lot of damage there.
One less.
Not going to be a lot of salvage, but that's fine. We don't want to salvage a flea, was that? No, it was a Mongoose. That's right. We don't really want to salvage that, in all honesty. So we're going to need to start engaging these mechs up over here at some point. The question is, when do we want to do that? This Locust comes in and rear arc attacks our Wolverine. That's brave.
Come on. Send me a real mech warrior.
Okay, so they have 3 movers in Phase 13 here. However, our Chandra friend moves and does literally nothing. Cool. I'm not sure how... They fire at our hover APC friend here. This is all good. I'm completely okay with that. Yes. Keep shooting. In the meantime, we're cleaning up this Lance. It's almost gone. That Cyclone moves up and goes for the Chandra. It does get a few hits in there. It also stray shot this Locust. Okay. So we can move in our Hatchetman to either of these mechs here. It's only going to be side arc, any way we slice it. So we come up over here. We can fire on the Arctic Cheetah, which we have good hit odds on, or on the Locust, which we also have good hit odds on. They're slightly better on the Arctic Cheetah. And I think that's who we're going to go for here because it's so close to our Hollander. Decent internal damage there, but not really what we were hoping for. It's okay. We knew that that side arc wasn't hugely threatening for them. The hover APC comes in and does not fire. I don't love that choice either. It's only an LRM-5, but even so. So we could back off the Hollander to around here and not be in minimum range of either of these. And I think that's the plan. Do we go for the Arctic Cheetah here, or do we go for the Locust again? Once again, I think we go for the Arctic Cheetah. Really? Oof. Missed it 73%. It's fine. It's fine. The Drillson moves up, fires on the Arctic Cheetah indirect. Gets a couple of hits, and the pilot panics and ejects. Well, okay,
Yep.
I'll take that. So our Wolverine is not the finest of melee mechs, and we don't really want to position here necessarily. I would like to position where these guys are. Well, that's a huge drop-off, so we wouldn't be able to kick from there. We're going to kick from side arc here, and we can AC5, definitely. We're going to be blocking our own mechs a little bit, but it should be fine.
Putting my weight into it.
Okay, that's a legging of him.
Messed him up good.
This is a totally dead Locust. Not necessarily right now, but it's not going to go well for him.
Badass.
That's a knockdown. Honestly, now I hope that our allies deal with him. They should. The Maxim Striker moves up, I hope, and not away. Yeah, that's up, kind of. Okay. So they have additional units out over here, and they're just taking pot shots at us for right now. That was a hit with the large laser. Makes me a little sad, but it's okay. We can take those hits.
Yeah?
Okay. Our Wolverine could definitely finish the job here, or we could move up and go for the Cyclone. And I think that's what we do here. I'm going to rely on our allies to kill this Locust, and then I'm going to regret it later when they decide not to for no reason. We're going to hit the Cyclone here and try to soften it up a bit. It's not great hit odds because they're slightly out of vision here. Medium range target moved. Okay, so it's actually not the vision that's causing this. It is, in fact, the evasive pips. Sure.
This should be
We'll see what we get. Decent armor hits there. I like it. So the Cyclone will move pretty soon.
Ready for
The
orders.
Jenner is definitely going to sprint up over this direction.
Roger. Full
And we're running a little bit hot right now. Let's see what our hit odds are like. Okay, we're going to pot shot just one medium laser here and otherwise sink heat.
engaging target.
Yeah, we don't hit. We weren't expecting to.
That's a miss.
Okay, so they're just running around out here. I've only ever seen 4 units out there. That's not to say that there aren't 6, but we've only seen 4.
Standing by.
So at this point, I want the Hollander to step up to here,
On the move.
and we can start trying to snipe. 43% is not bad. This is going to be really low. Yeah, 15.6. So we're going to go for the Cyclone here. If we hit it, it should become at least unsteady. But the odds are a bit low.
Fire. Full complement.
Well, we stray shot the Jenner. I guess that's one thing we can do. Better than stray shotting our Wolverine. The Hatchetman is going to move up here. And we're going to position about here. I don't love this positioning, but that'll do. 43.4%. Yeah, we'll fire the cluster LBX here, and we'll just strip off a little bit of armor. Oh, we took out his LRM-5. That's
That
something.
one's gonna leave a mark.
I've still only seen the 4 units. Or is that 3 with the Cyclone? Hang on, I want to verify this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that might be a half lance there? Maybe. They got some LRMs in on that, looked like a Locust. And they're continuing to potshot our Wolverine. This is unsurprising. We're going to advance forward as quickly as we can here. Okay, this is a unit that we don't see. So there's definitely a 5th unit out there. Definitely. We just saw it there. Okay, so that hover APC is advancing in and not... What's our ally going to do here? The hover APC moves up and does literally nothing. That was a tag. Sure.
Commander.
We're going to take our Hollander up over here. I would like to position here so we have less
Roger
chance of
that.
stray shot. And what are we going to shoot at? Well, a lot of these guys are not in LOS and are outside of our ideal range. Okay, so we now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's definitely 2 full lances. We're going to pot shot this Locust. Odds are low, but if we hit it, it's going to hurt.
Firing.
Did we stray shot our friend? We did. I'm not shocked about that. A little saddened, but not shocked. Okay, so they're pulling back a little bit here. Unfortunately, they get to move their Cyclone before we move. Okay, they miss our Wolverine. No problem there. The hover APC moves up and fires on the Wolverine, getting 1 missile in. Not a big deal. And we can possibly eliminate this hover APC here. We'll see. That's a medium laser and 2 LRM hits there. Cool.
Orders?
So our Jenner is going to move in over here. Do we want to sprint? Well, if we end here, then we'll pick up the painting in the Jenner. Is that who we want to pick up the painting on? The Wolverine is probably better
What
for
do you
that.
need?
So I'm going to sprint the Wolverine forward here. And we'll position
Going full
here.
throttle.
Now, interestingly, the Cyclone chose not to move. So we can really hit the Cyclone hard here.
Take this.
We got a head hit there.
Scored a critical hit.
Commander.
And now our Jenner can position up over here.
I copy.
And we're also going to hit the Cyclone. Now we're a little out of range. Yeah, that didn't go very well. But we did manage to make it unsteady.
Ready for
So the Hatchetman can move up over this direction. I want to sprint it forward. We want to close in very quickly here. Hit odds on that Cyclone are non-existent. It's not in LOS. Okay. We're just going to not fire with the Hatchetman this round. Okay, they fire on the Jenner and miss. Now our allies are going to move. Hopefully, they're going to move up and engage the Cyclone. That's what I would do here. Firing on that hover APC, getting 5 damage in, I guess is okay. Sure. What else do we have? A whole lot of nothing. Although that's a good flank. I like that flank. Fantastic. So the Cyclone's out of here. That's the secondary asset gotten. And now there's only 1 remaining lance. We've eliminated 1 Word of Blake lance. There are 6 units left, being the final Word of Blake lance. They're fairly spread out here.
Yes, Commander.
The Jenner can actually move in and melee the hover APC here. That would be a charge, though. So we're not going to charge it. We're just going to move up to here.
Let's move.
Okay. We're going to hit it in the flank. Odds are not amazing, but let's see what we get. Some decent damage. Phase 19. What do they do? That's going to be this Locust. He fled up the hill. Okay.
Yeah?
The Wolverine can move in here and melee the hover APC. And we'll give that a go. The hover APC is very close to dead. So we miss the melee attack, but we could still very easily kill it here.
I did.
And there we go. 5 units left.
Hostile removed.
So, the question is, what is next? Scimitar moves in,
Protect that secondary asset.
fires on the Wolverine.
It's taking fire.
Yeah, I'm aware. We need to protect the Wolverine. That only hit, though, because we missed the melee attack, which was slightly unfortunate. That missed links
Yes,
moved
boss.
up and didn't really do anything. Okay, now I don't like the positioning here because of the Hatchetman's
What's up,
position.
boss?
I'm going to sprint the Hatchetman up here. And then I'd like to fire on the mist links here. We're a little bit out of range, and technically our hit odds are better out over this way. I'm actually going to fire on the Hussar here. It's not great, but this thing doesn't have much armor. Well, we're getting some awkward stray shots. Was that in our Wolverine's rear arc? I believe it was. No, we just straight up missed, I think. We didn't stray shot that. Good.
Good to go.
So we're going to move up with the Hollander here.
Yes,
I don't
I'm
want to
there.
fire over this for obvious stray shot reasons. The Gauss rifle is not great. What's this arc look like? I really don't want to hit the Jenner. Let's try it. It's risky. Okay, we didn't hit the Jenner. We also didn't hit the Scimitar, so that's good. Cool. We're going to be able to advance here pretty well. The Hussar backs off and goes for the Wolverine. That's unsurprising. The Wolverine is now unsteady, but it was already unsteady. So no worries there. The Maxim Striker moves up, and it's cutting off over this way. It doesn't have a firing arc right now, but that Cyclone moves up. It fires on the Maxim Striker here instead of the Wolverine. That's questionable. I certainly would have fired at the Wolverine there. Our friend the Drillson moves up and fires at this Scimitar. Gets 4 damage. Better than nothing. Okay, so our Jenner is going to come in and go after this Mist Lynx. We're going to move up to here.
Confirmed.
And I'd love to actually hit it. Odds are not great. But we're going to pot shot this rear arc, see if we can soften it up at all.
Confirmed.
And actually, we did get a little bit in there. Cool. So the Locust comes down. Fires on the Wolverine. It misses. Cool. I like it. So the Wolverine obviously needs to move as soon as we can, which is literally right now. And we can position it up over here. We can't sprint it unless we were to Vigilance, which might not actually be a bad idea. We could Vigilance the Wolverine here to get rid of the evasive there. Grab ourselves an additional evasive and position here instead of being on the rough terrain. We're in water here, and now we're Vigilanced. We can hit the Mist Links. It's okay. The other option is the Cyclone, which is less okay. We need to keep in mind... Oh, we do have plenty of standard MRM ammo. Yeah, we'll lob the improved ammo here.
All weapons, fire.
Some damage into that Mist Links. Not a ton. We're not shocked. Okay, the Scimitar backs off. It's in some serious danger from that Maxim Striker at this point.
Waiting for
Our Hatchetman can move up, and I would like it to move a little further than this, but this is the best we've got. 20% versus 28, but we can fire the medium pulse lasers. So we're going to fire on the Mist Links here. I don't love it, but we're trying to chip this thing down.
Roger that.
That's about what I expected there, in all honesty. Okay. This guy moves on in, goes for the Wolverine again, and hits the large laser again. Now we're glad we Vigilanced it.
Let's do this.
And the Hollander is going to move up here.
Moving
Now
to
we have a
position.
choice. Do we fire on the Mist Links? 0.9%. Do we fire on one of these guys up here? Best odds are here. I think that's pretty far out of the line of fire for a stray shot. We'll give it a go.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Okay, we didn't hit, but we didn't stray shot either.
Missed.
Sounds good. We're going to continue to close in here. The Mist Lynx moves now. Interesting positioning for it. Right up over here. The Cyclone closes in, doesn't fire. That's interesting too, that it chose not to fire there. Our LRM Hover APC moves up, also doesn't fire. Some damage into that Hussar, and it doesn't have much armor. Its armor is mega weak. The Maxim Striker moves over as well, and also goes on that same arc. I mean, it does penetrate the armor there. Okay,
Aye, aye.
our Wolverine moves super early this round. We're going to position it here. And we're going to hit this Hussar. Odds are okay that we kill it. They're not great, but they're okay.
Targeting burn.
We missed the autocannon and the laser, which means it's much less likely. A lot of internal damage there. We did get an engine and gyro crit.
Short-range missiles are out.
Well, those are medium-range missiles, and you have 240 standard ones. You'll be okay. So they're hitting the Wolverine pretty hard here.
Reporting light damage.
Yeah, you're okay for now. We can move in on this Mist Lynx, and I'd love to get into this rear arc, like so, with the Jenner. Hit odds aren't the best because of their evasive, but next round, we should be in a much better position to hit this Mist Lynx. Did we miss everything there? That makes me a little sad.
Negative damage.
I was hoping to get
Repeat,
one.
Negative damage.
Well, let's see what our allies end up doing here. The Mist Lynx moves up over here now and goes for the Hatchetman. Oh! That's a fancy laser.
Barely a hit, Commander.
That's a very fancy laser.
Standing
Our
by.
Hatchetman is going to move up over here. I'd love to get up to here.
Full speed, no target.
And then we'll eliminate this mech. He's gone.
Let's do this.
Beautiful.
Mech destroyed.
So, they have how many remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe.
Receiving you.
Yes. So our Hollander will position up over here.
Confirmed.
20%, 28, 25. I feel like this is too close. The Cyclone is our next best hit odd. So we'll go for that, but odds are not good. Oh, we hit it. Now it was cover plus guarded, but even so, 48 damage there. That's not bad. Right into that torso. I love it. The Hover APC moves up and fires on that Scimitar. 5 damage. Nothing too major. The Scimitar moves up and fires on our Hatchetman. It misses. I like it. Beautiful. Did it hit that large laser? I don't think it did. This Locust isn't in mega serious danger yet. Currently, none of their units are in just incredible amounts of danger, but they're definitely outnumbered at this time. The Maxim Striker moves up and goes for the Mist Lynx. I like this. Hitting it with some infernal missiles there. That's cool. So they're going to move the Locust right away. Let's see what they do. They back off and climb the hill. Okay, the Mist Lynx moves now. What do we got this time? It is on fire. Okay, structure exposure on the Wolverine. Only 1 damage going in there.
Damage.
That's in this leg. Okay, there's a good amount of ammo in there. I'm going to move the Jenner over here. This Mist Lynx is proving evasive
What's up, boss?
for the Jenner. We would have to sprint in here. Alternatively, we could come up here and go for the Locust and try to flank around the back of this Cyclone. and rely on the Hatchetman and the Wolverine to take on the Mistlings. I think that's semi-reasonable.
Aye, aye.
We'll position here, and we'll go for the Locust. Now our heat is up there, for sure. Ooh, that was some nice internal damage there on that Locust.
My heat sinks
I like
can't
it.
vent fast enough. I'm taking
Okay,
damage.
let's see what our Hover APC friend does. It goes for the Cyclone, gets a little bit of armor damage in there. And now our Hatchetman is going to walk up here. And we'd basically have to physical weapon this, unless we wanted to come back here and kick. Which is acceptable. We do it.
Let's do this.
Cool. That Mistlynx is super dead now.
Think I hit something good.
Maybe not from this attack, but it is super dead. Okay, it is dead from that attack. Beautiful.
Hope we can salvage that.
Honestly, I kind of hope so too. At least the heavy lasers. Some of them. That would be nice.
Let's do
The
this.
Hollander is going to move up here. The way is currently clear-ish, with the exception of this Drillson, to fire on this Cyclone. We'll give it a go. Odds are low again, but we hit again in the same exact location and destroyed its PPC. That Cyclone is not much of a threat anymore. The Scimitar moves and doesn't do anything at all,
I'm here.
and they haven't been able to move this Cyclone yet. So if we were to position it here and protect our right-hand side by angling like this, then we get essentially a free shot on this Cyclone, potentially a kill on it, and our Wolverine is completely safe.
Firing. Hostile removed.
Excellent. So all they have left is the one vehicle and the Locust. So there's the Scimitar out here. And we'll see about chasing after it. The Maxim Striker moves up. It doesn't really do anything of note, but they move their Locust first. That's unfortunate for us. Our Hollander will start sprinting up. We don't have LOS on anything,
All right, let's see
so
what
we'll
this
let our
thing can do.
recoil go down. The Hover APC moves up and does literally nothing. We'll see what the Locust does here. Okay, the armor's holding on that side of the Wolverine, though.
I'm under heavy fire here.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
How's it going?
The Hatchetman can position here, and we have a very good chance of killing this Locust. Not necessarily with this shot, but very soon.
Targeting for an alpha stretch.
That was a lot of armor reduction on this flank, and that's what we're looking for.
Standing by.
We want the Wolverine to position up over... Actually, kind of where it's at right now is perfect. We'll position like this, and we'll fire here.
Here we go.
Those MRMs getting a lot of hits in there. The Locust isn't quite dead, but honestly, the Drillson will probably kill it. Okay, that's a little painful.
My armor's melting off.
Waiting
So at this
for
point, the Jenner is going to sprint over here.
double time.
We can go for the rear arc on the Locust. Hit odds are mediocre, and the rear arc armor is not great, but it's okay. I think we're just going to sink some heat and pot shot the SRMs.
rear armor. It is.
Yeah, we didn't get anything there. I'm not shocked about that. But we need to sink some of that heat
Reporting
down.
Negative damage.
And let's see what our allies do here. The Maxim Striker moves up. This is probably a kill. Yes. It stray shot our Jenner and tossed some heat in there, which is rude, but whatever. The Drillson moves up and fires on that Scimitar. Getting only... Now, it's not a lot of damage. Not gonna lie. But at this point, we can take our Hollander over this way. It's obstructed side arc LOS, but we can fire at 5.4%.
Firing
Okay.
all
All
weapons.
this guy has left is his autocannon,
Reporting negative damage.
and he moves instantly here, pretty much. The Hover APC moves up. Our initiative rolls have been slightly awkward, but it's okay. Going for the Drillson there. I love it. He should have gone for the Wolverine. 100%. There's no excuse to not go for the Wolverine there.
Commander.
Our Jenner's going to move up over this way. That gives us a side arc.
Got it.
Not the best hit odds in the world. But it's reasonably fine. Are we better off with... Oh, all we have is dead fire ammo. Okay. I'm not going to fire this medium laser for heat purposes, but otherwise...
Firing
Let's see.
on top.
15 damage isn't all that much, but it's fine. Ooh, that's a large laser hit on that scimitar.
Aye, aye.
Okay, our Wolverine still needs to protect the right-hand side. Can we go?
I'm here.
Thanks. We need to protect the right-hand side here. I'm going to vigilance
On my
it as
way.
well. There we go. And we'll fire on this scimitar and do what damage we can.
Okay, I'm on it.
Which is a little bit, but honestly not very much. However, the Maxim Striker, if it hadn't have decided to go out over here, those Inferno rounds would have done so much damage to this scimitar. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it wanted to go here, but sure. I don't like these positions. We could jump it.
Gauge and jump jet.
This is our last round of cluster ammo, but this is also the last enemy. 12 damage.
All out
Okay.
8 and 10 ammo.
So from
right.
here, do we reserve the Wolverine? Yes.
Reserving action.
The hover APC moves up, fires on the scimitar, doesn't get any damage. Cool. So the scimitar moves in, goes for the hatchetman of all things. Okay, I like it. It misses as well. So it's in a more vulnerable position here, I think. 6 evasive, though. That's hard to hit. We definitely want to move the Hollander up here and try to get into ideal range. If we look at this, it's mostly the target moved, right? But we're still in medium range. Yeah, no hit with the Gauss. No shocker there.
That's a miss.
Okay.
I'm here.
So from here, the Wolverine can definitely move in. Like so.
Roger.
I'm going to vigilance it again. I still don't want to take that huge hit in, like, the CT. That would not be ideal. All that evasive is going to be tough,
Knowledge.
but that's a structure exposure. That is huge. And a hover propulsion crit,
Got past the armor.
that's really huge. So that's out in this flank. Okay, so that's on the left side. So that's out here.
Ready for
Our hatchetman can position up over this way.
location confirmed.
And all we have is the LBX slug ammo, but that's fine. I really wish we had cluster munitions right now, but we definitely don't. Okay. The Drillson moves up. Another hover propulsion crit. They also stray shot our Wolverine a little bit, which
I
is
got an armor breach.
not helpful
Orders.
at all. But our Jenner is going to move in over... Yeah, here is going to be our best bet. Our heat is high on the Jenner. We'll have to fire like this.
Firing on rear arc.
Sat.
Missed.
Okay.
My mech is over.
The Maxim Striker has a very good chance of killing it here. And it didn't. However, we do get to move the
Ready
Jenner
for orders.
again, which we will definitely do. We'll try to step on this scimitar. Odds are very low. And we'll even take this small overheat.
Affirmative.
Let's give it a go.
Targeting for physical.
We're not
attack.
shocked that we're missing these. It's got 6 evasive.
Failed to connect.
It's very difficult to hit this scimitar.
Negative damage.
Okay.
What?
Aye, aye.
Our Wolverine is going to... We want to stay back at ideal MRM range, right? So we kind of want to stay exactly where we are.
I'm here.
which means that the best bet here is to reserve the Wolverine so that we retain our vigilance and our evasive until after the scimitar has moved.
Waiting for the right move.
We'll move the hatchetman up. Actually, the hatchetman will stay put.
Firing a full delta.
Not into the torso that we needed, or rather the side that we needed, but that's fine. The hover APC moves up as well and fires on the scimitar. It doesn't have a chance of firing at the correct side from that angle. The scimitar now moves. This is the danger point. It can go for the Wolverine here. It doesn't. It goes for the Jenner, of all things.
Barely hit, Commander.
And it lost an evasive.
Standing by.
We've got a 50% chance on the correct side here. Okay, we blew through the armor on the front arc there. Beautiful.
Aye, aye.
The Wolverine's going to come in here, and I want to hit this guy on the side arc. And we're going to have to punch, but that's fine. We missed the punch. We don't care. The scimitar dies here regardless. Beautiful. Well, that was definitely more enemies than we would have liked. 2 Word of Blake Lances is up there, for sure. We're going to exit combat here in a moment. Cool. And now
Understood.
all we have to do is
On my
make
way.
our way up to the designated area. Should be fine. So nothing too major as far as damage goes. Our Wolverine did take a decent amount of armor damage, but it should be fine.
Let's move.
We're just going to sprint our way
On my
up,
way.
and it'll be the Jenner that gets there first, of course.
Confirmed.
And our ally will run around a bit. Cool.
Position confirmed.
The Hollander will lag behind as an artillery platform. That is, of course, his prerogative. Where's the way up here? I guess this is a way up, I think.
Moving out.
I don't know if we can make it up that. We'll see. Okay. All we need to do is get a unit in here.
Acknowledged.
Heading out.
We might have to go over this way.
Moving out.
Yeah, we have to go around this way. Sad.
Heading out.
Well, we'll be there not next round, I think, but the round after. So our ally will run around a bit. No problem.
Copy that.
On it.
And we'll just get all of these guys on up
On
here.
the
Yeah,
move.
next round.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad, considering that was 2 Word of Blake Lances at skull and a half difficulty, and we don't have very much.
On the
Yeah,
move.
not too bad at all.
Roger that.
We're going to move in our Jenner here, and we'll hold position and get him on the Jenner. And then we should just immediately end the mission and not have to go to the evac point. The evac point is, I think, over here. Okay, yeah, we're out of here. Beautiful. Fantastic. So what do we want for salvage? Well, those heavy lasers are spicy. I would definitely like that. Let's see what's available here. 443,524 C-bills. Our Wolverine took a tiny amount of internal damage. It was almost all armor damage, so that's all good. No problems there. They want the Mist Lynx and the Arctic Cheetah. They're offering us this in exchange. I decline. Okay, so that's a lot of Arctic Cheetah parts. A lot of Cyclone parts, too. Do we want to get an Arctic Cheetah? It's a pretty good mech. If we do that, we would be giving up access to these heavy lasers. Or, more specifically, we'd be hopefully getting them in the roulette. Now, it may come with heavy lasers equipped. We don't know what its damage levels are, really. But I would love to get an Arctic Cheetah online. So we can do something like that. We'll confirm that. And what do we get? We get a bunch of parts here. We get some B pods that I'm not interested in keeping around. An ER medium laser, that's a good thing to have. An LRM-5, less good. A regular medium laser, we have 2 of them, but I'll keep them around. Energy accuracy. That's a pretty good FCS there. Engine core 240, not bad to have. A clan heatsink kit. Do I have any clan heatsinks to go with it? Not exactly, but we'll keep it. And tracer LMG ammo. I guess we'll keep it just in case. Cool. So, how much is that Arctic Cheetah going to cost to bring online? And what role do we want it in? Well, it's kind of going to be in the backstabby role that the Jenner is currently in. It is a 5-ton downgrade, but given its weaponry and its clan tech, depending on what it has, it might be a solid upgrade for us. Our Jenner is kind of mediocre in that role right now, and I wouldn't mind a 5-ton downgrade if it means that we can have those heavy lasers, energy, FCS, have it be faster, all that stuff. That'd be great. Yeah, go ahead and get started on that, Yang, and that's going to take some time. I do want to hop into the mech bay and take a quick look here at what that Arctic Cheetah would entail. It's probably expensive to repair. The question is, how expensive? Let's see.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
It is configured for anti-infantry work, but we would put it in a backstab role. It's pretty damaged. No doubt about that. Okay. I don't mind the LMG array there, but a lot of this stuff is going to be taken out. 256,000. That's not too bad. So we would need to drop the LMG ammo for the time being, since there's nothing that we're doing there. This is running an Engine XL along with an Engine Core 240. Now, I don't believe we have any larger engine cores to put in there. I can double check that. I know we have a 240. We do have a 275. How much weight would that be? Yeah, engine core already installed. I was trying to replace it. So I guess we... Oh, can we not drop this engine core? I think it's integrated, and we can't actually change that. Okay. Let's max out the armor here. And that gives us 9 tons to work with. Now, we're currently running an FCS standard, which gives us +1 gunnery. A clan FCS standard. We could run an energy accuracy FCS. This thing's an Omni, of course. We can put on it whatever we want. We can drop this jump jet. It's got B-pods currently, medium pulse lasers. Yeah. Heat sinks are going to be a problem. We've got regular double heat sinks. We don't have clan double heat sinks. So how many double heat sinks do we actually need on this? We need 1 external heat sink. And sadly, no external heat sinks survived. There was only the one, and it was destroyed. So we're going to have to drop the clan heat sink kit for now. Which pretty much means single heat sinks are what we've got. It's not ideal, but that's okay. So we've got 9.5 tons for weaponry here. Okay. We could definitely run an MG. We would only have half a ton of ammo for it at this exact moment. We could probably buy more. MG ammo is not difficult to come across. So if we were to mount that here, yeah, it's got 1 hard point here. It's an Omni hard point. Okay. So that would be interesting there. I would love to have like pulse lasers on this. We could mount a large laser on that. But this is intended to be like a backstabby mech, right? Medium lasers are far more efficient for that. We could also put in an SRM-6 if we wanted to. I'd really like to have like a streak SRM. But we could put in like a pair of medium lasers here. And then we could put in another pair of medium lasers here. Our heat is going to be awful. If only we could have that clan heatsink kit. That would solve the problem right there. But of course, this heatsink is invalid with this heatsink kit. And we have to have the heatsink. So this is a lot of heat. There's no doubt about that. We can still cram on an SRM-6. Too many weapons mounted. Oh, right. We would need to move this medium laser to here. No, we can't do that. We would need to have this be here without the medium laser. Right. So it would be something like this, an SRM-6 Holly. And then we would do like a ton of listen kill ammo, as well as potentially a ton of AX ammo. Like that. And then we'd have half a ton to work with. So we can toss this half ton of machine gun ammo. That feels reasonably viable. The heat efficiency is not good, right? We know that. And I think we're going to stick with the clan FCS. The moment we can get our hands on a clan double heatsink, this thing is going to get a huge upgrade. We could even toss in an IFF jammer. I think this is decent. Its total armor count is going to be 645, but that's fine. Yeah, I like it. Let's get that. It's not too bad in terms of cost either. Only 300,000.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Okay, so we have 5 mechs currently being repaired. We definitely don't want to prioritize the Arctic Cheetah or the add AC-20 ammo. So let's just go ahead and tick forward a little bit. We're going to take a financial report here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to take a financial report here. So we'll get that done. And I think we're going to wait on the Wolverine getting its armor back. I do want to have that ready to go. That's going to be 14 days, but our improved automation will finish up, which means that the mechs down here are going to be a lot better off. So improved automation finishes now. Our top priority needs to continue to be repair speed in our engineering, so anything that gives us tech points here is incredibly valuable. This does give us a tech point. It's quite expensive. What is the cheapest tech point that we can get? 3 tech points for half the cost of that 1 tech point. That's not bad. 1 tech point for... that's about the same efficiency level. I think we go for the 3 tech points here. That's going to be a big deal.
I'll get the crew moving.
That's a 20% increase over what we have right now. So let's get that going. Now, let's tick forward and get the Wolverine, and then we'll deploy. Cool. Mongrel wants to go buy equipment, huh? The locals have no idea how valuable this stash is. Give them a whiff of cash and they might get wise and ask for more. Go ahead and try to reappropriate the equipment, Mongrel. Okay. Mongrel is now dependable. Cool. There we go. So what do we get from that? Do you want to create a mega laser mech? I mean, ultimately, but right now our heatsink issues are kind of high. We get a Gyro Defense Plus Plus out of that for free. Okay, cool. But right now we're just working on getting this Arctic Cheetah to be a backstabber. Okay, please stop. Thank you. The work on the Wolverine is now over. The Arctic Cheetah will be done soon as well, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. I do want to get deployed here. The machine shop will be done in 2 days as well. That'll be a good mech tech upgrade. Okay. What are we going to run here? This one is an interesting option here. It's an assassinate mission. Presumably there will be escorts, and local government is the op for. I like it. Okay, so no free priority salvage. Maybe we don't run that one. This one? It's a recovery versus Free Worlds League. Yes. Not a lot of pay. Cool. So, are we going to run this exact same unit that we did last time? I think so, but we haven't actually trained our mech warriors. Let's see if we've got any that needs to be trained. Okay, what do we got here?
Waiting for orders.
Yes. We want to take Bandit any chance we can get. That 25% crit chance is just
I hear
too
ya.
good to pass up.
Orders.
Ready, full.
Okay, anybody else?
Yep.
Magistrate. Fantastic. No, not focused fire. Bandit. There we go. Beautiful.
Training complete.
Okay, and then who else?
Got something you
That's
want
it.
done?
Cool. So let's go grab that additional location, or rather that additional mission here. This one. Yep, this will be fine. And let's go. Yeah, Darius thinks it's going to be hard, but honestly, given what we just went through, I think it'll be fine. Darius is usually wrong about that. After all, we just took out 2 Word of Blake lances. So, we'll be fine against the Lyran Alliance, I'm pretty sure. Or rather, the Free Worlds League. It's going to be the Free Worlds League. Okay. So let's get this loaded on up. Press V to cycle between available melee targets, did that say? That's interesting to know. That's a good hotkey. If it's just available targets, Tab does the same thing, but if it's specifically melee, that would be convenient. Well, let's get this loaded on up here. We need to seize the payroll and escape. We've located the secure facility where the Free Worlds League stores its payroll, but before distributing it to local forces. We believe we could put that payroll to better use. We'd like to hire you to hit the facility and steal the payroll. It'll be well defended, and there's a bonus if you eliminate all the defenders. Well, we will drop on in here as soon as we can. Personally, I'm not above simple robbery to pay the bill. Okay, Darius. Any moment you're ready. Let's go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Cool. So we will begin this mission, and let's see what we're up against. This is the Free Worlds League.
Interface initiated.
They believe the base is going to be more heavily defended than we thought. So we need to get up there and see what we're looking at. Okay. We do have allies. Cool humid air. Convenient. I don't see any turret emplacements. Okay. We'll deploy in this tree line here. And let's see what we've got. Well, I hear a helicopter, but that's our ally. Okay, they've got a trebuchet, a light MTR carrier, a griffin, and a Balak. So that helicopter moves up the hill a little bit. But we don't really have any idea what's going on up here. Oh, hello, we're in combat. That's a Vulcan. It full-on misses. There's also a guy up here. Not sure what that is yet. It's a Clint. Okay. It's going to be an
Yes,
interesting route in here. Okay. Once we get to the top of this hill, it should be fine. 24 damage to that Vulcan. Not the best, but it's fine.
Hey there.
Our hatchetman will advance to here. And we're going to fire our LBX and our medium pulses. We're mostly just looking to get rid of these evasive pips and get closed in a little. Ooh. We missed literally everything there. That's unfortunate.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
Well, our Hollander can move up to somewhere where it's relatively clear.
Yes, I'm there.
This is unlikely to hit, but we'll give it a go. If we hit, it'll do a lot of damage.
Giving them everything
Yeah.
I've got.
Not going to hit. Not shocked by that. And our Wolverine is going to close in as much as it can. Ideally blocking for the Hollander there. And we'll just go ahead and fire all this. Decent armor strip to that Vulcan. I like it. Is it literally just the 2 enemy mechs? Well, they got a little damage into that Clint. That was decent damage into the Vulcan. I like it. The light MTR moves up. Also fires on the Clint. Ooh. Spicy fire damage there. The Trebuchet moves in. Also on the Clint. So they're softening the Clint up before we get there. This is the edge of the map, by the way. That Vulcan has taken a lot of damage. It's going to move fairly soon. So we're not going to get a lot of damage into it before it moves, which is sad. The Clint moves out over here.
Receiving you.
We could take a side arc obstructed on this Vulcan and also get eyes on what's going on up here.
Moving out.
Not a lot is the answer.
Blocking in all weapons.
So we'll get some more damage on that Vulcan. Not much, but a little bit. The MTR carrier moves up, fires on the Vulcan. I hope it doesn't splash fire on our Jenner. It did. Thanks, buddy.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay.
What do you need?
The Wolverine can move up here. Not quite into ideal range there. This is. So we'll position here,
Moving to position.
and we'll hit this Vulcan. At the very least, we'll make him unsteady, but he'll get to move right away again. That Vulcan's armor is very weak here. In fact, we did break through the armor there in the CT. So he'll move immediately. And let's see what he's going to do. A little bit of damage to the Wolverine. Nothing too major. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Hollander is going to position here. We have 50% hit odds on this Vulcan. So let's see how that goes.
Firing all weapons.
Nice. In the leg. And the Trebuchet moves up. Also goes for the Vulcan. This could kill. It gets a gyro crit.
What's up, boss?
Well, our Hatchetman is very likely to get the
Moving
kill
out.
here. So we'll move up and LBX in.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Awkward lasers.
Inflicted heavy damage.
Well, that's fine. The Striker H moves up. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's a very dead Vulcan.
I'm under heavy fire.
You're okay. So our Hatchetman is going to need to sprint up over this way. We need to close in.
On the move. Full speed.
Yes,
The
boss.
Hollander needs to get up on top of this hill, if we
Double
can at all
time.
help it. I'm not sure what the Clint is going to do here. We'll find out. It has taken small amounts of armor damage, but it engages our Hatchetman.
Systems.
I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. It's only got 2 evasive, and its rear armor is very weak.
Yeah.
Our Wolverine can position here,
On it.
and from here we have a decent hit chance with our MRMs anyway. So we'll build up some instability. The Griffin moves up, also fires on the Clint, takes out his arm, so that's his AC5 gone.
Receiving you.
And at this point, the Jenner just moves in We would have to punch from the rear arc. I don't love that. So we're going to go for this side arc instead. 84% hit odds on this melee.
Acknowledged.
That's very solid. So that's a very damaged Clint there. And let's see how he rolls for his initiative here. Oh, this is going to be painful. Thanks for throwing that at us. Oh, gotta love allies sometimes. This is going to really hurt the Clint. Some splash damage on us there, to be sure.
My armor's getting stripped off.
But that's all good. So, was that it? Was that the whole mission? 2 mechs?
Location confirmed.
Let's find out. So much for heavier defended than we thought. Unless this spawns another lance, I suppose? Which it could. We'll see. That was incredibly simple. Okay. Absolutely incredibly simple. Well, those 2 mechs means that we're going to get awkward salvage here. I don't think there's anything amazingly good. We could try to go for like a Vulcan. I don't know. We'll see what's available. It's going to be awkward. No doubt about that. Okay. These barely any parts. Well, we'll take both parts. We'll take the 2 medium lasers as well. A ballistic accuracy. And honestly, that's kind of it. We could take the heatsink. We could take the flamer. How many heatsinks do we have? 14? I think we'll take the flamer here. Cool. We actually get literally everything. So that's fine. Yeah, we would with 21 roulette salvage. I like it. So we barely took any damage. That's for sure. And that was one of the simplest missions that I've ever done. No doubt. That's amazing. So, that'll get us a little bit of cash. But cash isn't really our main focus right now. Right now, I want equipment. And lots of it. We can start thinking about maybe getting some higher difficulty stuff done. Skull and a half is starting to feel a little on the low side. 13,000 and 5 days for repairs? Sure, do it. It's not even going to take 5 days. I'm going to prioritize add AC-20 ammo here, because everything else is going to get done super quick. So there's the machine shop done. Let's hop into, not the mech bay, let's hop into engineering here.
I've got some things to update you on, boss.
And what are we going to go for? I mean, drive repairs are not great right now. We could just grab a training module to build up experience for inexperienced pilots. That is an option. Otherwise, our tech points are not optimal, but they're getting better. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab Training Module 1. I like to grab at least Training Module 1 pretty early. So that should be fine. How are we doing on our repairs? Okay. Everything's good to go now. Except for add AC-20 ammo, of course. But let's hop into the command center and see what we've got. Okay. These are travel contracts. I'm not interested in traveling right now. This would be good cash. Versus planetary government. And Darius says that they're not the only ones interested. But 1.2 million C-bills for this seems okay. Something's wrong with the Arctic cheetah? Hang on. Let's go back. I want to double check the Arctic Cheetah. What did I do wrong there?
Hey, Commander. Be with you in a second.
It's invalid in some way. Let's see. One or more components are installed in an improper location. Omnipod hand requirements not met. Omnipod or Omni-hand right arm requires Omni lower dot right arm. So we need to drop the hand then. Because I don't think we have an Omni lower dot right arm. Pretty sure we don't have that. So no hand. Just double checking. Yes. So that's good to go.
Right.
Okay.
Get it in the schedule.
So I want to try deploying the Arctic Cheetah here. We'll see how it feels. It probably has issues. And let's see here. We were looking at doing this one? Yes. And we were dropping this down like so. Cool. There. So we would be deploying something like this. We're, of course, going to have to not bring these mech warriors. They're currently busy. So we're not going to bring the Jenner either right now. We're going to bring the Arctic Cheetah in that slot. So Behemoth has Hatchetman and Wolverine affinities. We'll put you in the Wolverine. Big Tom is not going to be viable. He can only drive vehicles. Jenner and Hatchetman, so we'll put you in the Hatchetman. And then Von Cobra, what do you have? The Mongoose? Well, we'll put you in the Arctic Cheetah. There we go. Yeah, the Hollander's a little underweight. Cool. So with that done, the question is just how many enemies will there be here? It sounds like there will be multiple factions all battling amongst each other. Our ideal would be to play them off of each other, but oftentimes in RogueTech, they want to focus us first. Whatever. If they do that, that is fine. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay. So that should, in theory, be fine. 2 lances would not be too bad. It's only 8 enemies. We'll see if we have allies of our own. Come on, loading. You can do it. You can do it. I want to see how many evasive pips our Arctic Cheetah can do, and also how accurate it is from rear arcs. Like, how good of a backstabber is it? It's probably not the best. If we can get our hands on a clan double heatsink, then it will be a huge, huge upgrade. Or rather, a clan heatsink. No, we have the kit. We need a double heatsink. A clan double heatsink is what we need. Right. Okay. So that's absolutely fine. Boy, this loading is longer than normal. And that's suspicious. That's very suspicious. Okay, here we go. The loading screen has been loaded. Fantastic. Well, it loaded the loading screen for the loading screen. Now we're loading the loading screen. There we go. Perfect. Rendezvous with Bravo Lance and clear the AO. The planetary government has attacked our employer's forces. Particularly, they seem interested in a specific lance. It may be a vendetta, or they may just be after specific technology. Whatever the case, we need to defend the lance at all costs. Local government forces are not the only ones interested in this lance. Hello, Shadow Wolf. How are you doing? Our loading screen is nearly done, but this is a much longer loading screen than normal, which usually means we're up against a lot. We'll see how this is going to be. We obviously have allies.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
But let's see how this goes.
Online.
I mean,
all systems nominal.
to be honest, the last mission was 2 mechs, so fair enough if it generates a lot. Let's see what we've got.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, I'm doing pretty well myself. We've got dark clouds and rain, so better heat generation. That'll be great. And we need to support and protect our ally Lance, which I believe is... Okay, that's the invasion force there. Where's our ally Lance at? Is this them? I'm assuming this is them. We kind of have a flanking position here. Honestly, I like spawning here. So let's see how this Arctic Wolf does, or rather Arctic Cheetah, I think, with its new backstab mission. Okay, incoming drop pods up over here immediately. Okay. So that's the ally Lance there. They've got a Chameleon and a Hellhound. That's some reasonably heavy weaponry there. I would like to have a Chameleon of our own.
Receiving you.
Our Hollander is going to sprint up over this way, potentially. Do we reserve here, is the question. We might be able to get LOS on them if we reserve. Hello, pause menu. So we're going to do that.
I copy.
We're going to see what they end up doing. Our allied Owens is firing on that Bradford. It misses, but that PPC is an interesting choice on an Owens. Okay, so they're going to move their Chameleon here. Interesting. They move up and attack our Hollander. That's probably not the best thing they could do.
Good to go.
Only 25% hit odds there. If we were to sprint, would that be better? Technically, slightly. Okay. Let's see how we hit.
Firing.
We don't.
Compliment.
Not shocking.
Negative damage. Repeat.
It's still a
Negative
little
damage.
weird that the Hollander got the highest initiative there, but whatever. So our friend the Condor moves up, fires on the Bradford. It hits with its laser and its large laser and quite a number of LRMs there. So that's a lot of armor off of that Bradford. And the Rotunda is going off to attack our allied lands. We've got some AMS going there.
Receiving you.
Now, our Arctic Cheetah is in a backstab configuration here, so we're definitely going to want to get up over here. Hit odds are going to be really low on this Hellhound. They're also very low on the Chameleon. I wonder how low it'll actually be on the Chameleon.
Full speed. No target.
Okay, so somebody here is jamming us. I'm not sure if it's the Bradford or the Hellhound. I suspect it is the Hellhound. I don't know that for a fact. We're just going to hold here for now. And we need to identify who's jamming us. It is almost certainly the Bradford. Yes, it is the Bradford. Okay. What was that, thermobarics? I think so. Regardless, it did 3 damage, so we don't really care.
Yeah.
Our hatchetman is going to position here. We don't want to be in this jamming, if we can help it. So we're going to hit this Chameleon from back here. Only 8 damage, but that's fine.
Commander,
And then our Wolverine will move up as well.
on my way.
And we'll fire here as well. Okay. Some damage into that Chameleon. And we knew these guys were coming. So, okay. They are a different faction. We're going to ignore them for the time. And I'm hoping... going for the Rotunda. I don't love that. I would really prefer that they go for the Bradford here. So our Wolverine can move up over here. I don't think we're going to. I think we reserve. Because I want to move the Arctic Cheetah next. The Hover APC moves in and does... And I guess we'll see what these reinforcements do. Okay, they're shooting at our Hollander. They get nothing done there. Cool. That's a pack rat. Not too concerning. We should probably look at what's up here. We see a pack rat, a mine layer truck, an Oscout, and a fire starter. That mine layer could be annoying.
Ready for orders.
But let's see about getting our Arctic cheetah down over here and hitting this Bradford rear arc.
On my way. Double time.
Now, I suspect firing AX rounds here. Actually, AX would be good here. LK would be better for hit odds, but, I mean, AX is really, really good against armor. Let's do it.
Affirmative.
Okay, so we got some acid on that Bradford. That fire starter moves up. It does nothing of note. But yeah, I think this Arctic cheetah is going to do really well in that backstab roll. They tag the rotunda. Okay, convenient. Cool.
Yes, boss.
So our Hollander can move up over here.
Heading out.
And the Hellhound is 22%, 30% on the Chameleon. Sadly, we can't position ideally because of that Bradford, but let's see what we get on that Chameleon. Ooh, we did get a structure exposure on him. I think that was in the arm, so not necessarily ideal, but let's see once it allows me to open that. There we go. Yeah, that's in the arm. Cool. So that's all fine. The Hellhound moves up. It successfully melees our Arctic cheetah there. That's incredibly unlucky. It successfully meleeed us on 5 evasive pips. And then just one-shot the Arctic cheetah. That is so unlucky. Wow. I mean, when it hit the melee, the Arctic cheetah was just dead. There was no way around that. But the fact that it managed to move that far, successfully melee a 5-pip Arctic cheetah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, Von Cobra is probably fine, and I don't know how damaged the Arctic cheetah is after that, but wow. I hope we don't get rolls like that consistently with the Arctic cheetah. Reminder, this is the first time we deployed it. We're going to fire on the Chameleon's weak side arc here. Okay.
Orders.
And now we don't really have a way to take out this Bradford. Unless we were to come up over here. Oh, hello. This positioning might work.
Affirmative.
Potentially.
Firing.
Gross. Yeah, I'll admit I'm a little salty about that. The fact that they hit that melee, very sad. That's a structure exposure on the Bradford. It could die here. Turret system crit. It's not dead yet. But man, they had to have like a 5% chance on that melee. Like that couldn't have been a high chance. Structure exposure on this Rotunda. So the Rotunda is close to dead as well. The Rotunda fires on the pack rat. I love it. That's great.
Waiting for order.
So we're going to move up with our Hollander over this way. Can we get a better position than this? Yeah, but we'd be jammed. Is that worth it? Kinda?
Moving to position.
Kinda.
Copy that.
We still miss. So, of course, the Bradford would be dead by now if we hadn't gotten one shot here. The Owens moves up and goes for the Rotunda. Okay. Man, that's so unfortunate. I just can't wrap my head around the odds that must have been behind that. Yeah, that's very long odds, but that's RogueTech for you. So the Oscout moves up, and we need to move in with our Hatchetman here. to about here.
On it.
That'll do. And we'll fire on this chameleon. It's
Locked on.
not taking as much damage as we'd like because the Bradford is really hurting our efforts right now. So they're going to move their Hellhound. Continuing to fire on our Hatchetman. We're okay on that front.
Light damage. Holding firm.
I mean, if we can capture the Hellhound and put that into the backstabbing role, that would be really, really ideal. The Hellhound would be better at that than the Arctic Cheetah, that's for sure. And we'll see how much we can salvage of the Arctic Cheetah. It's going to be interesting. If it's totaled on its first mission, I'm going to be pretty upset about that. No lie. But they're going to move their Bradford here. Okay. Firing on the Wolverine, yep. To be expected.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Okay. So now there's going to be a unit up here. That's that mine layer. Okay, this is going to suck. Yep. I was really hoping he would not throw that directly in our path, because that screws us too.
Good to go.
Okay, well, the Wolverine's going to have to eat some mines here. We need that Bradford dead.
Firing full complement.
Okay, so it's out of here.
Target neutralized.
Okay. And more company, huh? More company. The pack rat backs off.
Commander.
We need to get out of this minefield.
On it.
So we can fire on the chameleon with good hit odds here. Yeah, we take that. We take this shot on the chameleon, and we miss. Oof. We are having really awkward luck this mission. Actually, this is just straight up bad luck, this mission. Like, with what they've generated for their units, plus the rolls that we're having, it's very awkward. This hover APC is not going to do anything in this position. It's completely useless. Okay, so that Oscout moves in. It's not going to do anything either. We might want to consider withdrawing here.
That shot got past my armor.
Yeah, we withdraw here. Definitely. Okay, so we're going to withdraw. That's going to take time. Next time we get a chance to move. But there's 3 enemy lances, and they instantly one-shot one of our mechs. They're already through the armor on another one, and we're having really rough luck hitting them. This is just a bad RNG seed. So we need to get out of here. The chameleon closes in and also goes for the Hollander. Luckily, it doesn't break through the armor. Okay. So we need to withdraw. It's a good faith withdrawal. We need to survive 4 rounds.
Receiving you.
So our Hatchetman is going to move here. And we're going to fire on this chameleon. Okay. We'll see what our allies do, but we are going to get out of here in 4 rounds. Really awkward here, but it's fine. We fire on that Hellhound.
Yes.
And our Wolverine is just in the middle of this minefield. It's going to take so much damage. But it is what it is.
Confirmed.
We got to get out of the minefield. Okay. We're going to fire on the chameleon
Firing full
and hope to eliminate it. We did break through the armor there. But we didn't kill it. We did break through the armor in the CT. They hit the Hellhound, and they got some solid damage on it. And there's more enemies. Let's see who they are. That's just a rocket techie?
Good to go.
It's just a rocket techie.
Copy that.
Allegedly. Oh, no, okay. We see a bandit, we see a locust, a Jenner. Nothing too scary there, but given our current status, I think we're out of here.
Taking the shot.
Man, we missed a Gauss on over 60% odds again. Yikes. Like I said, it's a bad RNG seed. So let's see what our allies do here. I'd like to eliminate these units, but another tag on the Hellhound is irrelevant, in all honesty. Okay. So that all scout moves up, fires on the Hellhound. We like that. That's good. But we've already taken more damage than we want here. Way more. The Chameleon moves over and hits the Hollander again. Ow.
I'm wounded. Damage critical.
To be fair, there's not much in that left torso. Okay.
Standing by.
So we're going to move over and we're going to melee this Chameleon. It's got to go.
Copy that. Ooh.
That's a successful melee, so the Chameleon is unsteady. But it ain't dead.
Inflicted some
That's an
heavy
Engine Core 300 crit. And now they have 5 movers in Phase 11 here. Okay. So our ally fires at the Hellhound, completely misses everything. Okay. Rotunda moves up. Goes through the mine layer truck. I like that. What else do we have here? The pack rat moves up, does nothing at all. I like that too. The rocket techie's just chilling over here. For now, that's okay. Cool. What's in this? Okay. Everything of interest. This is good. Everything of interest in the Hollander is fine for now. If we lose that Gauss rifle, it's irreplaceable. But we need to get in here and finish this Chameleon. It has to die here. Period. End of story. It has to die.
Moving to position.
Okay, that's a leg destruction.
Let's go, let's go. I think I hit something good.
And it's dead. Cool. Okay.
That's a kill.
So our withdrawal is now in 3 rounds, but it will be 2 soon. We're almost done with this round. We need to keep the Hollander hidden-ish. That Hellhound really hurts. Man, a structure exposure on the Hatchman too.
Armor
Yeah,
blow
it's
through.
rough.
Internal damage.
That Hellhound is a big deal. The Condor moves up, fires on the Rotunda. I'd love to see a kill here. IC crit, wheeled propulsion gearbox crit. It's not quite a kill, but it's very close. Okay. 4 evasive on that Hellhound. But yeah, this thing is very powerful. It's got the dual... I think those are like some form of rotary rifle or something along those lines. It does a lot. No doubt about it. So the Hatchman needs to protect its right side. So we need it to turn like this.
On my way.
There we go. And we have to fire on the Hellhound. We may stray shot back here and kill this. We'll see.
All weapons are gone.
But that Hellhound is devastating right now. Okay, phase 14. That pack rat moves up. That's nothing too major.
Standing by.
So our Hollander, we really can't engage it at this point. Even if we expose the right side like this, it's still dangerous. Because if they break through this, our Gauss is here. If we lose our Gauss, we cannot replace it. I'm going to do it regardless. We're going to Vigilance. We're going to fire on the Hellhound. Odds are low, but we may stray shot.
Firing.
Yikes. We haven't hit the Gauss yet. Not this mission, anyway. Like I said, awkward RNG seed is awkward. We got to get out of here. Unfortunately, the Hellhound moves now. And our life is pain. Luckily, it missed almost all of that. But that thing hurts. That thing hurts badly. Good morning to you too, Dielanok. We are attempting to get out of this mission. We're trying to withdraw, and it's not going so well. As a bit of a recap, this right here was our Arctic cheetah that was shiny and backstabby, and it just immediately got melee'd with 5 evasive pips. Oh boy. Of course they have that. It just got melee'd with 5 evasive pips and 1 shot
Armor breach.
right out of the gate. And we've not been able to hit things. So, awkward RNG is awkward for sure. We're trying to evac, but we need to survive a couple more rounds. So here's the plan. We're going to disengage. A bit. The Condor fires on the Hellhound. Currently, our Wolverine has the most armor. And the Wolverine hasn't moved yet this round. So we're going to move the Wolverine in here. This is a really awkward angle to melee from. But we're going to melee this Hellhound. These guys are going to walk away and try to hide back here. Until Sumire... No, don't go there. They're going to try to hide back here until Sumire arrives.
Targeting for physical attack.
Okay, so we successfully melee'd the Hellhound there. The Hellhound is the primary danger.
Get this done, folks.
UAC-2s. Okay.
Solid.
So that's a knockdown on the Hellhound. That's a huge deal. That is absolutely huge. The Hermes comes up. It fires on this fire starter. I don't like that choice. It should have come over here, gotten a cleaner angle, if it could have, and gone for the Hellhound. Yes, like this. That's exactly what it needed to do. Unfortunately, they dropped a minefield right on us right here, too. So, that wasn't great. And that Rotunda moves back here. That's actually good for us. That is good. The positioning on this guy back here is much less good. That's a Jenner. And that Jenner could be painful. No doubt about it. But we got to get out of here. Okay, they're firing at the mine layer truck. That's completely acceptable. I don't mind that. Okay, 1 round.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to pull the Hollander back over this way. Although, the Hollander rolled up phase 25? That is ridiculous initiative. Okay. Even that's awkward, though. Like, you'd think that that's a good initiative to roll, and under most circumstances it is, but I'd like to move the Hatchetman first. To the point where I'm going to reserve the Hollander. Like 4 times. Okay, so the Wolverine moves first. We're going to finish this Hellhound. I don't want this Hellhound to live anymore. There we go.
Target taking critical hit.
One dead Hellhound.
Hostile eliminated.
Fantastic. Our Wolverine's doing okay on armor. We're still going to evac no matter what. because we've just taken too much damage. We're not able to do too much else. The Rotunda dies there, so that means that this local government invasion force is dead, but the kill team plus the reinforcements is more than we want to deal with. So the Hatchetman is going to... It can barely go anywhere. It's going to have to jump, and it's going to jump over here. Cool. Okay. The Hollander is going to run away. And now, we wait. After all of them move, then we're going to leave. Now we're going to get some pay for this because it's a good faith withdrawal. But it's not going to cover the Arctic Cheetah, let alone all the other repairs. It's a rough one. Bad RNG, but that happens in RogueTech. That's part of the game. So this Locust moved up, fired on this Oscout. He walks into the landmines, but we're going to leave. This Locust was the only thing that could potentially be a problem to us, other than, like, you know, just the sheer numbers of enemies. It's probably possible. In fact, it's definitely possible that we end up winning this, to be clear. But it's not going to be worth the damage that we take trying. That's the point. So the mine layer truck moves up and does... This guy is going to move up as well. And we might be able to grab some Hellhound parts here. I'm not sure. I don't think we will. We'll see. So they're firing at our Hollander. That's okay for now.
I'm showing minor damage.
We didn't lose anything major other than the Arctic Cheetah. But the Arctic Cheetah was a replacement mech, so we can just fall back on the Jenner if need be. I did really like the Arctic Cheetah's setup in that first volley. It only ever got the one volley. So let's see how repairable it is. Yes, Sumire is now overhead. And we have to withdraw as soon as we get to move here. So they get to move one more unit, and then we can withdraw. Cool. We're out of here. The Leopard is going to take 80,000 C-bills worth of damage. That's fine.
Retreating.
We're leaving. Again, I think that we could have won that mission, but it wasn't going to be worth the repairs. And it wasn't worth risking the Gauss rifle either. So, we're at it. I remember this game had issues registering clicks properly the last time too. It's not really so much that it doesn't register clicks properly, it's that it has random hitches, and that's just because of the sheer number of mods that RogueTech throws at it. It has random hitches and then it doesn't process the clicks for, like, potentially a second or two. It's not really the mod author's fault, I don't think, nor is it really the game developer's fault, nor is it the hardware's fault. I think it's just the way it is. So we did get a little bit of a payout there. It's not much, but we got something. The Arctic Cheetah, that's going to be rough to repair. We'll see how it goes. We might just have to retire the Arctic Cheetah already. We got an SRM-6 Streak Clan. We don't have any ammo for it, but we got that, so that's nice. Okay. Well, that was deeply unfortunate that he managed to roll that ridiculous melee attack on the very first round that our Arctic Cheetah did anything. I'm very sad about that. Honestly, how worth repairing is the Arctic Cheetah at this point? Probably not very. Especially if the Excel engine is busted, or the ferrofibrous, or the endosteel structure. Like, all of that is stuff that we can't really replace. So we'll probably end up scrapping the Arctic Cheetah if that stuff is actually gone. We'll see how it goes. But that was so unfortunate. 300,000 according to Yang. Okay. We'll see what Yang's repair does to it. So we'll tick forward another day here. The Arctic Cheetah is now done. What did you get, Yang? What did you do? Okay, it's missing stuff. Yeah, the Omnimech gyro. That's gonna be tough to replace. Yeah. It's just... It's donezo. We can't replace this stuff. Okay, we'll have to scrap it. I really, really dislike that. That was a huge waste. But it's just, all that stuff is irreplaceable. And it just got one shot. Very, very bad luck. Well, we'll proceed here. We can always go back on the Jenner. It's not the end of the world. So we'll hop into engineering here, and what do we want to get next for our upgrade? Probably something like the refit harness. Faster repairs is always better.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
So we'll get that going, and we've got one day until our financial report. The Wolverine and the Add AC-20 ammo are going to be done in 3 days. I think we take this financial report. We need to start doing some easier missions to build up our cash again. But I want to get that Add AC-20 ammo ready to go. I believe that was a Clint. And let's get that ready. There we go. And let's hop into the mech bay. We have the AC-20 ammo for it now. So, oh, the Hollander needs work too. So we can definitely refit that. I don't think it needs much work, really. A couple of heat sinks out over here. Yeah, just 2 heat sinks. Nothing too major there. And those heat sinks aren't strictly speaking necessary for the mech. They're just required for making the mech be valid. So we'll toss them in over here again. Cool. So the mech will be valid here. We didn't lose anything, really, on the Hollander. But that Arctic Cheetah, that was a bit painful. So we'll go to the Add AC-20 ammo, and we'll refit this. No, it wasn't unique. Its parts are just irreplaceable because we don't have parts to replace it with, and we're unlikely to get them anytime soon. That's why it's irreplaceable. Okay, so on this guy, we wanted to add AC-20 ammo. Right. So in order to do that, of course, we can come in here and put in our AC-20 ammo, something like this. That puts us a little bit overweight. And were we able to drop a heatsink? No, those are free heatsinks. So we're already running endosteel structure. Do we have ferrofibrous armor that we could put on? We have heavy industrial armor, like that's helpful. But no, we don't. We could definitely run a ballistic FCS on this. And we could drop this medium laser if we, or specifically this medium laser would probably be the better one to drop. And then maybe a little bit of armor on this side. We'd want to protect the AC-20 because we can't really replace that either. But we could drop just a small amount of armor. Something like this. Like that. That's doable. Okay. And each of these AC-20s is 5 shots, so we'd have 10 shots of AC-20 ammo. The ballistic accuracy FCS should make it a lot easier for that to hit.
Get it in the schedule.
Okay. We'll go ahead and tick forward here a couple of days. There we go. Now we definitely need to make money. So we're going to hop into the command center. And we're going to do something nice and simple. It's an assassinate mission. Okay. We'll run probably something like one of... Both of these are high salvage. I would much rather see something that's a little higher pay here. I guess we could do this ambush convoy. No free priority salvage here, so we run it around here? I think we're worth more getting the salvage, honestly. So straight down the middle. Okay. I think that we do bring the Jenner for an ambush convoy mission. I'm going to try dropping the Hatchetman here for the Clint. Yes, it's a 5-ton downgrade. I want to see how the Clint feels. So, we're going to run in the Jenner. I believe that was Mongrel. Yeah, that was Mongrel. Cool. So deploy that. And yeah, we have some unused weight. But we can't use that weight, so it's all good. Okay. So this should be a super, super easy mission that gives us a decent chunk of cash. Makes up some of the cash that we wasted on that Arctic cheetah. Oh, that's possibly some of the worst luck I've ever seen in RogueTech, in all honesty. And the fact that it happened on the first mission and all we got was one salvo out of it, but it was such a good salvo. It was such a good salvo. Yeah, that mech was solid. Until it got one shot. And that's just the way it is sometimes. It's all good. So we need to destroy the supply convoy and escape, with a secondary of destroying the convoy guards, which we will definitely do to boost up our pay. The Lyran control of this world is nearly absolute. We've identified a point of vulnerability, however. They move supplies and weapons by convoy, and these convoys are lightly defended by a single lance of mechs. If we destroy enough of their supply convoys, their other operations will be weakened enough for our forces to move in and take advantage of their fragility. We don't want to tip our hand, however, so we'd like you to engage in a little guerrilla warfare on our behalf. It's a solid plan, Commander, as long as they're right about the light defenses, and they should be. It's only a half-skull mission. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Excellent.
Command interface
Okay.
initiated.
Move you up to here, you should be able to see the targets. Okay, so that's right on... Yeah, that's on the road there. Where's the evac point? Okay, so we're denying them from coming here. They're coming this direction. So we're going to land, like, right in front of the denial point. Here might not be a bad idea. We can use this tree line as cover. We have some elevation, so we can fire... Oh, this is a clear line of sight. Yeah, this is good. JR7C being here is fine. The rest of these being here is good. Okay. Let's see what we've got. We should not have any allies. We immediately see a Stinger way out there. We do have allies, actually. We've got a Striker and a Cougar. Oh, my. I didn't expect to run into a Lyran Cougar here. That's interesting. Running the HMGs, ATMs. That's a pretty good mech. Cool. We're going to reserve here
Holding for the
and let them move first. We're going to continue to let them move here.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Okay. Very little damage to the Jenner here, but we want them to get rid of their evasive pips. It was interesting how it's so bright at first, and now it's so not. Wait, was that just a land air mech Valkyrie? No. That's a regular Valkyrie. So that's a commando there, and I want to let that Stinger move, but the Valk is probably fine too. So the Striker fires up here. Oh, that's just the Fog of War not being updated. Got it. The Stinger moves up. We're not going to reserve any more from here. We've got plenty of targets. So that Cougar moves up, and let's see what it gets with those ATMs. Oh. ATMs are so nice. The Vedette moves in. Not going to do too much there.
Commander.
And our Jenner is going to just start running down the road here. So we'll position here.
Let's go.
And we're going to fire on... It's got to be the Stinger. I wish we had an Arctic cheetah right about now.
No joy.
But alas. Okay. That's a dart. Nothing too scary here. Which is what we expected. I should probably rename this from add AC-20 ammo, although I'll probably forget and just leave it as a meme. I want to sprint it up the road. It's out of range right now. Oh, they dropped landmines. That's rude. Heavy tracked APC there, and our Hollander is just going to chill here. Since they dropped landmines, right? We may as well. Ah, this LOS is bad, though. This LOS is not ideal. But it's not really going to get much better. So we'll sit here, and we'll fire at this Stinger. Hit odds aren't great, but if we hit, we'll do a lot. And we didn't. But that's not shocking. Okay, so the add AC-20 ammo, getting it in range will be the complicated part.
On it.
Okay. So let's see what they... The Stinger backs off. Our friend the Cougar moves up and fires on this Commando. Man, ATMs are good. Scorpion firing at our friend the Striker there. No big deal.
Commander.
So our Hollander from here could step out to here. And it would have slightly better LOS from there. We probably took some landmine damage. Yeah, we did. But that's okay. So we're going to fire on this dart. Same scenario as last time. Low hit odds, but if we hit, it does a ton. Okay. We'll see what our ally does here. That's that Striker. I'd like to see it go for that same Commando, but the Scorpion's not bad either. That'll work.
What's up, boss?
So our Jenner is... We could theoretically go after this Stinger. 3 evasive. I don't know how worthwhile that really is. Instead, we could come out over this direction and join in the Cougar's assault on this flank. We could also hit this AC. His armor is pretty low. Hit odds are similar on the Valkyrie.
On my way. Double
But we'll
time.
position it here, and I think the AC is the way to go here.
Copy that.
Okay, decent damage. The Commando moves up, and we'll see what he decides to do here. Shoots at the Jenner. He misses because we were moving so quickly. Not a shocker. He's out of cover and only has 2 evasive. And his same side is turned to that Cougar. If they're smart, they have a kill on that Commando there.
Good to go.
We'll see if they're smart. We're going to sprint our add AC-20 ammo up here.
All right.
We're pretty out of range for that AC-20. So I'm going to hold off on it. We only have 10 shots. Next round, we're going to be in range. So the dart moves up over here, goes for the Jenner. Gets a couple of hits with the small pulse laser, but, I mean, they're small pulse lasers. Cool.
Waiting for
So our
orders.
Wolverine can move up to here. We could actually sprint forward and get into ideal MRM range. I love it.
On the move.
Let's do it.
Full speed.
We could very easily kill this vehicle.
Giving us everything I've got.
And there we go.
Target damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
1 vehicle down. So their heavy tracked APC moves up. It doesn't fire here. I probably would have pot-shotted the Jenner there. Dual machine guns and like an SRM-6 probably. Maybe not worthwhile. That could have been more mines coming in. That would be annoying. And that Vedette moves up. Okay. Now it's time to see what that Cougar goes for. I'm just sitting here in shocked disarray. Why was that your move? Why would you move from here to here in this scenario? You have a free shot on this Commando with an exposed torso. What are you doing? Oh, the AI in this game sometimes. at AC-20 ammo can move on up here. And we can start to engage these guys with our AC-20 now. We are in range. So, 61% chance on that Valkyrie. That's our best bet. That's what we'll go for.
Locking here.
We
All
missed.
weapons systems.
Sad. Okay, so they have 3 movers in this phase. It's going to be the Valkyrie and the Commando. That's an interesting move. And that is a large laser variant of Commando. He's quite vulnerable here.
Ready for orders.
So we have a choice. We can turn around and hit this Commando rear arc and quite possibly get a kill. It's slightly dangerous for the Jenner. If we miss the kick, we're going to be unsteady, and we're going to take a lot of damage. Alternatively, we could come around here and backstab them from this angle.
Yes, Commander.
Is this considered rear arc? No, it's side arc. This, of course, is considered rear arc. This is slightly higher odds. I think the odds of us killing this Scorpion are low. The Scorpion doesn't have a lot of damage threat on us. The Commando has more damage threat. I'm going to Vigilance first here to offset the risk to the Jenner. Then we're going to come into the back, and we're going to kick this Commando.
Locked on for physical
Who,
attack.
for the record, should be dead if the Cougar was, you know, useful. But there we go. That's a dead Commando.
Hostile removed.
Okay, so obviously we don't have any evasive here, so that was why I used the Vigilance there. Okay, so the Valk moves off over this direction.
Waiting for
Odd.
orders.
Now that's interesting. We have a rear arc over here. We're going to walk through more mines, most likely. No mines over here. Interesting. 22.8, 30.9, 28.1. Broadly similar odds. If we hit the Stinger rear arc, almost anywhere, it's just dead. Almost anywhere. If we hit like the leg, it'll survive that, but not for long. Odds are not the best, but they're not the best anywhere.
Firing a full salvo.
Okay,
Reporting
fair enough.
Negative damage.
Fair enough. The Stinger isn't super threatening either, so they're getting some damage into that Scorpion. That's fine. We're still outnumbered here, but we're doing okay. The Dart moves up, goes for the Wolverine. Oh, it got into the rear arc? Okay.
Light damage, Commander.
That's cute, I guess. So it's just chilling down here. So we
Standing
could
by.
definitely come in behind it. 40% hit odds here on 5 evasive. Okay. Not the best of odds, but after what happened to the Arctic Cheetah, we deserve this. Right, game? I'm pretty sure that's how the game calculates it, whether you deserve it or not. We definitely deserve this. It's not going to happen, is it? Hey, look, we
Physical
missed.
attack.
I'm not shocked. I love it.
Damn it.
That's okay. It's still dead. One very dead mech there.
Target eliminated.
So next up. Did they just not move something? I think they just didn't move something.
Standing by.
So the Jenner at this point, I think we should start going after some of these vehicle rear arcs. Like the heavy tracked APC is a pretty simple rear arc to go after. Do it.
Confirmed.
Excellent. There we go.
Kill.
That's half of the convoy down. Now they're going to move their Valkyrie. Interesting choice. That didn't really do much. That is definitely how probability works. May I invite you to my casino? There's a reason I don't go to casinos. Fantastic. So the Wolverine is going to move up over this way-ish. I kind of like this position. Yes, this position is a good one. So we could fire on the Scorpion. Good hit odds there. We could also fire side arc out on these guys. We fire on the Scorpion here.
Taking a shot.
Cool. So that's 75% of the convoy down.
Salvage that.
And at this point, our Hollander can fire on anybody out over here. Our recoil has built up a little bit. Ooh. 70% on the Vedette. Not bad. We're not going to kill it, but...
Firing all weapons.
Hey, we hit a Gauss rifle shot. Beautiful. So we can move the AC-20 ammo up over here, and we can try to hit that same flank. So this is on the left side, so we'd like to be out over here. A front arc is fine for that. Let's go.
Coordinates received.
There we go. Do we hit the AC-20? We do. Not that it mattered. It was already dead.
Enemy down.
Cool. So that's all of the vehicles. Now we just need to eliminate the mech. Which really, that shouldn't be too hard.
Now
It's just a matter of catching them, really. So the Hollander could move, like, up over this way to get a little bit closer. All we can fire on is the Valk. Odds are low, but we hit in the leg. We didn't take out the leg, and we didn't even break the armor on the leg. That Cougar is still being useless. But that... Oh, 2 HP remaining on that leg. Well, in terms of the armor, anyway. 2 armor remaining on the leg.
Ready for orders.
Spicy. Well, it's very close to being unsteady. I'm going to move the Wolverine first here.
move order.
We're going to bring the Wolverine up to here, and we're going to fire on the Valkyrie. Not so much for the Wolverine to do damage to the Valkyrie, but to get it unsteady before we move the
Let's
Clint.
see how you like this.
There we go. So he loses his evasive bonus,
Aye, aye.
and now we can move the Clint in here and have much better hit odds on the AC-20. Nice hit there. Beautiful.
Scored it.
So the Valkyrie's knocked down. And that loses him enough initiative for our Jenner to walk up here and hopefully finish the job. Cool.
On my way.
Our heat's up there on the Jenner, but we'll take it. 1 dead Valkyrie.
Tango down.
So now all that's left is that Stinger. And the Stinger is basically fresh at this point, but it's also not a threat. I want to reserve and let it move first. What do we got here? It's just chilling right on the map edge. Okay. It moves over here. Fires on the AC-20 ammo. That's fine. These trees are tanking rocket explosions. They do that. They are very strong trees.
What's up, boss?
So the Wolverine is going to... I want to position it a little further over this way for stray shot. So we'll position it about here. And we'll try to get as much on the Stinger as we can in terms of making it be unsteady. Although it's only got 2 evasive. That's not too bad.
Firing at full salvo.
Nice. A structure exposure there. We hit the autocannon, which I didn't expect. A few missiles going into the internal structure there. I was hoping that we'd take out this torso, but it didn't quite happen. We could move up the AC-20 ammo, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reserve it. The Cougar moves up and does... Are you out of ATM ammo? No, you're just choosing not to fire. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to move the Jenner up over here.
Acknowledged.
And we're overheated. We're not going to fire 2 medium lasers, but we're going to try to make this Stinger unsteady. So close.
Good Goods to go.
Well, the Hollander is not going to get LOS here, so we're just going to brace so that we don't take any landmine damage.
My neck
And then we're going to move up with our AD-AC-20 ammo.
my way.
Didn't quite get these odds as high as I would have liked, but we'll see if we hit the 27% chance.
All weapons, fire.
And we don't.
That's
'Kay.
a miss.
So the Cougar moves up. Oh, now it fires its ATMs. Okay. Well, that's one way to do things.
Mission successful.
So now the question is, what do we get from salvage? There was nothing too tremendously great that I would love to see. But we'll see. We'll get something, I'm sure. Any moment now, RogueTech. You can do it. If there's one thing that I would love to be fixed with RogueTech, it's the loading time. But I don't know how much of a fix there can possibly be for that. It would be nice, to be sure. So we got about 300,000. That's always good. Barely took any damage, as expected. There is a Com-1B part here, sure. What else do we have? An Engine Core 250 is not bad. A double ton of SRM ammo isn't bad either. And I guess we could take like the AC-5 or the large laser. We'll take the large laser. It's not great for salvage, to be sure. We don't need the cockpit basics. We don't need the small jump jets. We don't need the basic sensors. We don't need the generic structure. LRM ammo is probably not bad to keep around. Cool. So in terms of repairs, we're not expecting this to be very... It should be reasonably fine. Hopefully. Nah, it'll be okay. Honestly, the biggest damage that we took was to the landmines. So there's that. From mission before this last one, I so wish we could have gotten that Hellhound. Those Ultra ACs plus the heavy laser combo made for such a potent backstabber. It was so good. I would love to have that. Sadly, no such luck, and we lose our Arctic Cheetah instead. Such is the way of RogueTech. Okay, Yang, what do you got for us? Cool. 15,000, 5 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's not actually going to take 5 days, to be clear. It'll be done before the refit harnesses. There we go. 1 day left on that. We've got 4 mech warriors that are out. Do we have enough? Because these guys are all fatigued. Do we have enough to actually deploy again? With Big Tom only being able to drive vehicles? No, we do not. So we need to take 1 more day. That will finish our upgrade.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Cool. And let's grab another upgrade here. Repair scaffolding is not a bad one.
Roger that,
More
Commander. I'll get the crew
tech.
moving.
Cool. And grabbing another drop size would not be bad. Although that's additional battle armor. I don't care about that. An additional mecha tank is what we want. We want these guys. So it does require the Junkyard Leopard, which is this. It's very expensive to get that started. So we should definitely continue to build up our funds.
Always good to see you in
So let's do something else that is reasonably fund building. I kind of like the idea of this. Lance of Davian shouldn't be too bad. No free priority salvage, so straight down the middle, but that's 800,000 C-bills. We can do that. And I think that the Clint was pretty decent as it was. Now we're going to have to not bring Behemoth, but we can bring Magistrate instead for the Wolverine affinities. Should be fine. Let's go. So we are out of here. This is a battle in the jungle, so heat dissipation is going to be maybe not as good, but that's fine. Hopefully it's only one Lance of Davian, and hopefully they don't have too much. We're mostly after the funds. That's mostly what we want here. I do want to start being able to drop additional mechs. Being able to drop 8 mechs, it may not sound like it's that big of a deal over dropping 4 mechs, especially when you're facing like 20-some enemies in some missions, but it very much is. It's such a huge deal to be able to respawn to things more regularly. It's so big. So we need to destroy enemy units. A Lance of Davian battle mechs has been rampaging in Lyran territory on Capola. They've been raising population centers, burning fields and refineries, looting storage facilities. They're clearly doing everything they can think of to drive our people out. This is terrorism, pure and simple. We need you to find them and destroy them. No escape, and no prisoners. Not much to say, Commander. Shoot to kill. It's always suspicious, but this screen is less suspicious than the last one when it takes a while to load. We're good now, so we'll go ahead and begin this. Beautiful.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, stand up fight. Let's go.
A jungle. Our mechs don't generate enough heat
So
on their
they're in a
own.
pretty solid defensive position. Assaulting that position is going to be a bit awkward. I'd like to come from this angle here, I feel like. Coming in like that, or both. Even better. Our Hollander is going to be hard-pressed for LOS here. That's pretty clear. Basically, no matter where we drop in, our Hollander is going to have trouble. We're going to drop in here, using this LOS to our advantage as we approach. Well, let's see where they're spawned. Interesting. Okay, there it updated. So we've got a Clint, we've got a Hussar, we've got a Stinger. That's not that scary. My variant of a Clint is far scarier than the 24T, I'm pretty sure. So that's only 3. There should be a 4th.
Commander.
Well, we know that Brick needs to start closing in here.
What do you need?
In fact, both of our mediums need to close in. I should have dropped it in the cover right next to it. That would have been better. But we're going to move in here.
All right.
And like I said, we're using this LOS to our advantage as we approach in this direction. So the Stinger is going to move down over here next to the Clint. Oh, it's a Wasp. Okay.
Commander.
I'm going to send the Jenner up over this direction to try to flank a bit. Up this way. And then our other mechs are going to try to come around this way. Okay. So this guy is generally quite unarmored. Is that true in this case? We'll find out in a moment. 380 armor? Okay, that's more armor than some previous variants have had. But we definitely have a Hollander shot here. Only 15%. Do we want to risk it? Let's look at the sightline. I don't know. I think we don't. Okay. So the Stinger and Clint are over here. And the Wasp is up here.
Yep.
Got it. So add AC-20 ammo. I'm going to send it around over this way as well, just to engage the Hussar. So we're going to head up over here.
Here it comes.
We only had a 27% chance on that shot. we don't necessarily need to hit that.
Receiving you.
The Jenner's now going to walk up over here, and we're going to look to rear arc melee this guy. We hit the melee. That's huge. I didn't necessarily expect that to work.
Took a hard hit there.
And I think we stray-shotted the at AC-20 ammo, but whatever. Okay, so the Clint moved up to here.
What do you
Okay,
need?
that means that the Wolverine needs to come up this direction and support the Jenner, who's going to take some withering fire next round unless we don't have it rear-arced there. So we're going to move up with the Wolverine. I think this guy might be dead here. I don't know. He's got a lot of frontal armor still. He might survive this. He did not. Now, did we stray shot the autocannon here?
Losing armor.
I think we did, but it's okay.
Let's do
It was worth it. So the Hollander we knew is not going to have a lot of
Going
LOS.
Flat out.
That's fine. We'll sprint forward. The Stinger will move up here, and we need to get the Jenner turned around. That is top priority right now. I want the Jenner to turn around, and I'd love to flank from up here. I was hoping we'd have an LOS from here. This is a much more vulnerable position. I think we're just going to chill up over here for now while we wait for a medium. And then we'll get the flank off a little later on. So the Hollander will sprint on up.
Got it.
He's not going to get LOS for a while. They're all grouped up over here. Now is when we wish we had artillery. But the Wolverine is going to position here.
Roger.
Hit odds aren't great, but we'll try to strip some armor off of this
All
Clint.
weapons fire.
Actually, that was pretty good.
Ready for order.
The AD AC-20 ammo is going to head up over here.
Looking out.
Do we pot shot this? Yes.
Blocking.
Only 27% chance, and we miss. We're not surprised by that. Basically, all of our eggs for that mech are in that basket. Oh! He charges our Wolverine. Now, that's going to do a lot of damage and knock down our Wolverine. But this is okay.
I'm hit.
We're bleeding out, sure, but that's Magistrate, who is our company commander and can't die. And yeah, they're going to come up and continue to hit the Wolverine. But the Wolverine has solid armor, and the Clint is now in a lot of danger. It's in a very vulnerable position here. Although we can't melee it from the rear arc, but we can move in and hit it here. The question is rear arc better for us? The answer is yes.
Confirmed.
So we position here.
Got it.
And that was a lot of damage to that Clint. Like I said, it's in extreme danger. The Stinger moves up and fires on the Hollander. We don't care about this. It can do that all at once. In fact, that's great for us. That means that the Hollander has a ideal target. They didn't need to do that. Now, the AD AC-20 ammo, I think, is going to come around over here and go for this Wasp. Yeah. 48%. We missed. Sure. That's fine. We don't have to hit it. All we have to do is be a threat. The Clint backs off. It does not like the situation it finds itself in.
Yes.
And our Hollander, at this point, could fire on the Clint, 50%, or the Stinger, 63%. Would we be better off? No, we're in decent range here. Okay, we'll fire on the Stinger. Sad.
Failed to connect.
We have better than even odds, but it's okay. Now the Wasp moves up. Goes for the AD AC-20 ammo. We don't care. He misses, too, so it's fine. Fantastic.
I'm here.
The Wolverine will get up. It's completely fine. They lost way more from that charge than they gained.
Okay.
Now, we
Ready for
can't
action.
currently melee attack, which I do want to do. So we're going to Vigilance the Wolverine. Oh, we still can't. Yeah, I'm dumb. We're instead going to move up over here, and we're going to go for the Clint.
Position confirmed.
Cool.
Confirmed.
This could easily be a kill. And it is.
Hostile removed.
There we go. And what are we going to go for next? Well, our Wolverine moves again instantly. And I'm thinking about this side arc positioning here. Yes, I like it.
Let's
We
move.
position up on this ridge. The Stinger is going to take a lot of damage. Foot and hip destruction. It didn't take out the leg, but it did lose its evasive, which means that the Hollander can fire on it with 75% hit chance. And there we go. That's a dead leg. So that Stinger is now super dead. It just isn't quite there yet.
Waiting for orders.
The Jenner is, I think, going to come finish the job.
Roger that.
There we go.
Putting my weight to it.
One dead Stinger.
Target eliminated.
Fantastic.
Enemy down.
Okay. So now the Wasp moves, and let's see what it decides to do here. It's in a lot of danger. Oh! That's an even worse position than it was just in. Okay.
Good to go.
It just gifted this to us. Cool.
On my way. Ooh.
We did miss the 60% melee, but that's fine. We're probably going to miss everything else as well.
Negative damage.
Oh, yeah. We actually ended up hitting the laser. That's something.
Yes, boss.
Okay, the Hollander can make its way up here. Can we get an LOS? Actually, yeah. But it's probably not worth firing because of the risk of stray shot. 43%. We'll take it. Okay, we missed. But we didn't stray shot. That's what's important.
Reporting negative damage.
So it moves now, and let's see what position it goes for. Really? I don't like the way it's moving. I don't think it's good.
Aye, aye.
The add AC-20 ammo can make its way in over here. We can only go for side arc here. We can't go for rear. So I guess that's a benefit of its positioning. But
Time to get
there we go. There's a successful melee, and this is a dead Wasp. It doesn't survive from here. It doesn't.
I think I hit something
Cool.
good.
So we hit the AC-20, and the Jenner is just going to come in here and hit the Wasp's rear arc, which is basically gone. And there we go. We're out of here. So we didn't take very much damage. The Wolverine is going to take a little while to put back together because of the charge. It was a fair amount of armor damage, but the armor held, and overall, it's not too bad. It will take some time to get the Wolverine put back together, though. So that's fine. Any moment now, RogueTech. You can do it. I want to see that salvage screen. One thing about RogueTech, it doesn't crash. Sometimes it hangs, but it doesn't crash. Unlike some other games. Okay, so here we go. We got 810,000 C-bills. That's a good payout. We honestly didn't take all that much damage. It's not going to take that long to put that armor back on the Wolverine, I don't think. Cool. We can get some extra Clint parts if we wanted. I like that LBX AC5, though. What else do we have? A ballistic accuracy FCS? That's pretty good. Everything else here is pretty generic. So we'll take that and call that good. We got 3 Clint parts out of it, too, from the roulette. I like it. I don't think we need a 7th medium laser, and we definitely don't need these generic parts. So that's good. Okay, so the question now is, how long will it take to put that armor back on the Wolverine? We did end up losing like 400 points of armor overall, I think. But it was pretty spread out. We'll see. We'll see what Yang thinks. And 800,000 C-bills is definitely profitable for us, no doubt about that. Like, that'll pay for our month report on its own. So that's great. Any moment now, RogueTech. You can do it. Oh, the loading screens. The loading screens. To be fair, the base game did have some loading screens to it too. Like, there was a reason that they did the mission briefing on the loading screen, right? Okay, 30,000 C-bills, 8 days. Not bad. How long will it actually take? 6 days. Cool. We'll wait out the Wolverine. That'll be fine. Disturbing behavior. Mongrel and Von Cobra are not doing so well. We'll talk Mongrel down. Mongrel is not happy. Okay. Well, we're not happy with Mongrel either, so that's fine. We're going to tick forward for the last 2 days for the Wolverine.
Job's done, Commander.
Cool. And Magistrate is injured for 14 days as well. So we're going to have to do some swapping around there, but we definitely want to make additional money right now. We don't want to spend it if we can at all help it. This is maybe not a bad one. Blakest aligned. Okay, maybe it is bad. What about this one? Merrick. I think this one will do. That'll make us some good money. Is there a free priority salvage anywhere? No, there is not. I think we'll sit here. Should be good. Now, we're going to need somebody to pilot the Jenner and the Wolverine. Behemoth is our usual Wolverine substitute. I almost said submarine. I don't know why I would say submarine there. Does anyone have Jenner affinities that can currently go? No. What about Brick? Yeah, but I kind of want Brick to stay in the Clint. Okay. Actually, it's been a little bit since we have spent any Mech Warrior XP. Now, we can't do that for the Mech Warriors who aren't good to go. But, Brick,
Good to go.
can we...
Orders.
Yes, Bandit. Fantastic. We're to grab Brick, Bandit.
Mech Warrior training complete.
There we go. And
Commander?
Big Tom can grab a point of guts. We're not getting him a lot of XP because we don't have a vehicle for him. We could actually see if we could get one. We might be able to at this point. Now that I think about it. Do we have a vehicle for him? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope, we don't have a vehicle ready to go for him. That's sad. Well, we can see if Von Cobra can do anything. Yeah, we can grab a point of Bandit. Excellent. That 25% crit chance is just too good. So let's hop back into the command center and do that mission we had. That should be fine. That was, I believe, this one here? Yes. Just like that. Beautiful. And, of course, we had decided to bring Behemoth, and I don't think we had decided who to bring in the Jenner. Von Cobra has Arctic Cheetah affinities. That's unfortunate. And we're going to put him in the Jenner and hope that he's not bad luck in a backstabber. Let's go. Okay, so One Skull, Lowlands, and Capture Base. So our Hollander should be decent here. The real question is, how many enemies? It could be probably no more than 8, is my guess. Probably. And probably, I mean, in theory, no fewer than 4, but it could be 1 or 2. It's unlikely, but it could be. Luckily, they will not be Word of Blake, so it's not going to be a maximum of 12 enemies. And I suppose, well, at this difficulty, support lances are not going to happen, right? I'm pretty sure they're not. So we need to take back the Ancestral Fortress. Illyrian family lost a large area of land on Capola thanks to dubious legal maneuvering by Merrick agents. This land includes an important ancestral military base. We need this base taken back from Merrick and held until this can be sorted out. I don't buy the ancestral fortress part of this, but the legal maneuverings check out. Commander, a merc company coming in could resolve this quickly and prevent a large-scale conflict. Cool. Okay, so let's see how long this ends up taking to load up. It shouldn't be too bad. We hope. And we should be able to hammer through this mission pretty quickly.
Online.
Yeah, here we go.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Cool. So in we go.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so the ancestral fortress is right there. Do they have turrets? We have allies. Yeah, we see turret emplacements here, 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 here. Easy enough. But we also know that there's no garrison. So we're going to spawn right here. We don't have to move on. Beautiful. Modern operational military base. There are reinforcements, of course. Eventually. We're just waiting for our allies to finish moving. They're way out here somewhere. There they are. Cool. They might provide us a little bit of fire support, but they're really far away. So we've now occupied the fortress, and we're just going to brace everybody.
Aye, aye.
After this round, we should see reinforcements spawning. The enemy patrol will come back, I believe. Maybe it's this round. What do we got?
I've got
There
eyes
we go.
on hostile
Okay.
reinforcements.
So they're dropping in right here. That is a land air mech. Okay. Well, they just dropped in. The land air mech is going to be hard to hit. Yeah, that's a Wasp land air mech. Not super dangerous. Stinger land air mech too. They've got 2 land air mechs here. Interesting. Now our backs are turned to them. So reserving this bonus here is not very useful. However, we're going to still reserve, and we're going to take the hits to the back. We want one of their units to move first, so we have a good target. The striker moves and fires on the prowl. That's an interesting call. But that, of course, means that we need to reserve again and let another unit move here. This will be the Wasp. And let's see what it wants to do. It could come in and backstab us, but our armor should be strong enough to withstand that. And then we'll have a solid target if it does. So we're kind of baiting it. I'd like that to happen. And I'd really like it to not have a million evasive, but it probably will. Okay. That's exactly what we were hoping for.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Damage is light.
7. It's a lot.
Waiting
We're
for
not
orders.
shocked by that one. So we're going to move the Wolverine to here, where we have optimal
Roger
range
that.
on the land air mech, but our hit odds are going to be rough. We knew that.
Affirmative.
We're just going to start pot-shotting it. Land air mechs do not have a lot of armor. We already got a head hit on it. Interesting. So this Stinger runs up to here, 5 evasive there.
Got something you want done?
We're going to move up to here with our Jenner.
Locking in coordinates.
And do we go for the Wasp here? I think we don't. I think we go for the Stinger here.
Whatever you say, boss.
Solid damage to him. Cool. We'll see what our allies do here. The Valkyrie moves up, fires on that striker. It gets some okay damage in there. Okay. The Saracen moves back and fires on the add AC-20 ammo. Sure. Valkyrie is going to fire on that striker indirect. I don't love it, but it's fine.
Receiving you.
Okay, the Hollander is going to turn around here. And let's check hit odds. 20% versus 30. The choice is obvious.
Copy that.
We still miss, but that's fine. More damage to that striker from our allies, so that's always good. We can move in with our add AC-20 ammo to about here. Again, it's going to be better odds on the Stinger for sure. Yeah, better odds for sure.
Roger that.
We still miss the AC-20, but that's okay. We're just getting into position this round. Cool. That striker is starting to take some pretty heavy damage. And now they're going to move their land air mech. Let's see how far they go and how much evasive they get. It's going to be hard to hit that thing, but I think we're going to keep focusing it with MRMs since we have so many more rolls with that. And then our other mechs will work on the Stinger. We're probably going to try to get in here and melee it unless it takes off. It is a land air mech, so it could take off. Okay. It goes for a rear arc attack on the Hollander.
Losing armor.
And has only 5 evasive this time. I like it.
Standing by.
So the Jenner is going to move up here and melee attack the rear arc of the Stinger. Our odds aren't great, but we'll give it a go.
Affirmative. Locked on for physical
Okay,
attack.
we didn't hit.
No joy.
It's going to be hard to hit these land air mechs, but we actually broke through the rear armor on that Stinger. Was that actually rear armor, or was that an armor or leg? I think it was rear armor. Yeah, it was rear armor. Okay. That striker's very close to dead. So our ally's doing good work there. They're going to move the striker.
They're flanking.
Okay. Rear arc attacking the Jenner there.
Minimum damage. This guy's
It's okay for now.
Orders.
Our Wolverine is absolutely going to move over like this. And we're going to continue firing MRMs at the land air mech. It's our only real option for hitting it.
Roger that.
Oh, that was a really good AC hit.
Reporting. Critical hit.
That was huge. It lost its unsteady, or it lost its evasive there because we took out the flight turbine. So the Hollander at this point is going to turn around like so.
On the move.
75% hit odds on both of them. That's ridiculous.
On it.
Really? Okay, sure. That's very unfortunate. But the Valkyrie is going to move up and hit the rear arc of this Stinger. It could easily kill it, but it doesn't. Let's see what else our allies decide to do here. The Prowler fires on the Saracen. Sounds good. Okay. Both of these have already moved. And both of them lack any evasive. Which means that they're both super dead. For the record.
Yeah.
They're both super duper dead. So we're going to walk our add AC-20 ammo over here. And we're going to look to shoot down this land air mech before it can move. As long as this one's on the ground, it's always going to be easier to hit. So we're going to take our advantage here while we can.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We missed the autocannon again. Oof. Okay,
Ready
that's
for
fine.
orders.
The Jenner is going to try to eliminate this Stinger. It should die here. The Stinger should definitely die here. Yep. That is one very dead.
One less target.
Beautiful. So next up, I'd love to see, yep, go for that striker. That's what we want. Sadly, we don't get a hit there, but it's fine. The Jenner's rear arc is going to be a little softened here. But we're going to fire the Gauss at this land air mech, and it should, in theory, die here. Maybe.
Look up.
That's a leg destruction,
Huh?
which means that it's shot down and it's now on the ground. And ejects. Beautiful.
Good to go.
Okay, so in that case, our Wolverine can start heading over this direction. We can pot shot out at this striker. It's very out of range,
Taking
but we'll
shot.
see what we get. Nothing. I'm not...
Failed to connect.
That's all good.
Ready for
So our add AC-20 ammo is going to sprint over here as well. It's also very out of range for that. We'll pot shot it too,
Copy that.
and we actually hit it with the AC. Wow. Okay.
That one's gone.
That was low odds. So that was lucky there. I like it. And we'll need to eliminate this guy as soon as we can. Now, what's it got for armament? We haven't really looked at it yet. It's pretty fresh. LRM-10 Delta and 3 more missile weapons. Okay. Ooh, that was quite a hang. Okay, nothing too major there. Prowler moves up, gets some damage on it. And we're of course going to have to send our Jenner out over this way. Our Jenner is weak in the rear arc, but it's not so weak in the front arc. It's in fact quite fresh.
Locking
We'll
on
pot shot those lasers, not
Negative damage.
so that's all fine. Okay, a little bit more armor damage there. And we're just going to need to sprint up over this way at this point.
Got it.
Cool. Another 12 damage in there, or 16, I think, actually. Okay.
What do you
They're not doing too much to it, but they'll get it eventually.
Understood. Moving fast.
Yes, Commander.
And we'll head up here too.
Got it. No shooting.
If they don't get it, we will. The Jenner will start to get in proper engagement range this next... We'll see where it moves. If it moves out this way, I'll be sad, but it just didn't move. An interesting choice. That means it's going to take a huge amount of damage. That's a structure exposure. They probably kill it with missiles.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to move up with our Jenner, and this is front arc, which is fine. We could theoretically kill it here too.
Time to unload.
And we did. Fantastic. We're out of here.
Target eliminated.
Come on, you can do it. It's just a dropship. There we go. Fantastic. We're out of here. Okay, so salvage-wise, there's some valuable land air mech parts there. We can definitely get some of that. Not really any good weaponry, in my opinion, but yeah, land air mech parts for sure. Those are very valuable. Any moment now, Yang. Give me that list. Any moment now. There we go. Now it's coming in. Fantastic. So, we didn't take all that much damage. There was some rear arc damage there, but it wasn't too bad. Shouldn't be rough to repair at all. And yeah, we want these land air mech parts, I think. Yeah, 668,000 each. We're almost certainly just going to sell them. Let's see how expensive these turbines are. Oh, they're not very much at all. What about the booster? Okay, that's not very much either. Let's just take a real quick look through the rest of this. Yep. We definitely take the land air mech parts here. That's the way to go. LRM-10 Delta, we'll keep that around. Medium laser Magna is nice to have around too. Standard cooling, That's not something we need. Listen kill LRM ammo is good. So we'll go... Cool. As far as the actual damage that we took, I'm not expecting it to be more than 60,000, I think. Something along... That would be max. Absolute max. It's probably lower than that. If it's higher than that, I blame the Jenner for missing that melee. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Any moment now, Yang. I know you have to, like, tabulate all of the armor and stuff, but... What, are you doing it by hand? Just sitting there like, I need to replace 15 points of armor in the left torso of the Wolverine and carry the 2, and I think it's going to cost somewhere around 15,114 C-bills. Somewhere around there. Sure, go ahead, Yang. Get that done. So this is all going to be done very quickly. I'm going to move this down just so we can work on all 3 of these simultaneously, although it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to get those done. There we go.
Done, Commander.
And these guys are all fatigued. Do we want to continue to take forward? We have to. With Magistrate, Injured, and Mongrel still unavailable, we're going to have to get all 4 of these guys back. So we'll take forward for those 3 days that ends up taking. We've got a good amount of funds now. Okay. I'm going to take forward 3 more days here.
That work order is complete, boss.
Cool.
Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Hey, boss. Nice to see you.
And I want to spend some big money here. We're to grab a Junkyard Leopard. 2.1 million C-bills. It will allow us to drop 2 additional battle armor that we don't have.
Sure
Beautiful.
thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay. So we'll get that going here. And how long will that take again? Was that a full 30 day? I didn't look at that. Oh, it's done. 1 day. Cool.
Those upgrades you asked for are online.
So the next thing that we want is we want to hop back into engineering here, and we want to be able to drop an additional RogueTech. That'll be very useful for us. So we'll go ahead and purchase that. That's another somewhat expensive one. So we need to make money back again. And I'd like to hire another mech warrior or 2 here. Let's see here. Wildfire can pilot mechs or vehicles, which is nice flexibility, but we don't have any vehicles right now. We're going to go with probably just whoever's cheapest, because I'd like to train them up myself. Although, yeah, I don't think it's worth it to pay that extra for these here when we're just going to sit them in the simulator anyway. So we're going to go for the cheapest people, who's going to be Smoke, and we're going to grab Frosty as well.
Available.
Oh, we can't fit any more mech warriors in our barracks. Okay, we're just going to go with Smoke then. Cool. So let's hop in here, see if anybody needs any promotions. Yeah, we need to upgrade our barracks eventually. Behemoth actually does. We can grab a point of guts here, and that'll be fine.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Cool.
I hear
Anybody else?
How's it going?
Yeah, actually, live fire. So what do you pilot? A hatchetman. So we should give him... Let's see, we need to think, do we want piloting or guts for melee? I'm pretty sure guts is the way that you go. Yeah, passive braces after melee and DFA. So we want to go for Juggernaut here, I think. We don't want a vehicle passive, obviously. Yeah, we go for Juggernaut for live fire. Fantastic.
Training complete.
So next up would be Majestic. And what do you pilot? The Hollander. So we want tactics for you. So Tactician is probably what we want for a Hollander pilot. You're a sniper. Actually, we can also grab a point of piloting. May as well.
Mech warrior
Beautiful.
training complete.
So we'll get that done, and then nothing to be done over this way. So we should just deploy again at this point. I want to make that money back that we just spent. So let's look at this is a skull and a half, but it's forward of Blake against Free Worlds League. They're not the only ones interested in this lance. This is the one that we withdrew from earlier, this mission type. We're probably not going to run that. Not at this moment. These are travel contracts that I'd rather not do. This might not be bad. No free priority salvage. We can chill here. 1.1 mil. Okay. Now, we don't yet have the ability to drop additional units, but that's fine. So we'll deploy this. Yeah, that's fine, Darius. Or very, very not okay. One or the other. To be honest, it could be either. But it's probably going to be okay. It's an assassinate mission, so we're expecting 5 enemies. That's honestly not that big of a deal. So, 5 enemies, and we're against, I think it was Steiner? I'll be honest, I don't remember. A well-equipped light can kill a poorly equipped assault. I mean, that's absolutely true. It can. It shouldn't, but it can. Okay. We're about to get our loading screen here, and that's fantastic. So this will, of course, be an assassinate mission. And we're expecting somewhere around 5 enemies. So we need to eliminate the Lyran diplomat and escape. We've been having trouble with Steiner here in Capola for months now, and our negotiations with them have been stalled by a stubborn Lyran diplomat. If he were removed from the equation through a random attack by bandits, for instance, we might be able to make some headway. Commander, this isn't likely to be resolved by one dead diplomat. Situations like this are good for repeat business, and indeed they are. So we will go ahead and deploy this as soon as we can. It's often the case with these missions that the actual target is quite a bit further away than his escorts, so we can even do 4v4 and then 4v1.
Reactor online. Sensors
Often,
online.
not always.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So let's see what we've got here.
Command interface initiated.
Okay. It's raining, so that'll help our heat sinks. There are escorts and reinforcements, so there are 9 enemies, not 5. Okay. This is the map's edge. The escorts and the reinforcements are very close together. This is the target. We could hit and run the target. And that may be our best bet. We can evaluate that after we spawn in here. We need to keep in mind, if we spawn at the suggested spot, we're going to be flanked here. We could also spawn, in theory, down here and fight our way through these guys and then to this guy. And I think that might be the way to go here. We could spawn, like, here. We don't have a lot of cover as we approach, any way we slice it. This is an awkward place for us to spawn. However, this is an interesting spawn location. If we were to spawn right here, we have to spawn in a line. But if we were to spawn right here, we can move in, take this guy out quickly, and then either get to an evac point and avoid these, or we can fight them if we choose to. Now, we're probably going to have to careful maneuver off of this rock. We'll see how that goes. And that's our Jenner. I should have thought of that. That's just a locust. Okay. We're in reserve.
I'll just wait here until you need me.
And he moves up over there.
Yes, boss?
Well, that was unfortunate.
On my way.
He
Double
immediately ran out of LOS. But that does
Keep
mean
your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an ideal place for an ambush.
that they have to come to us. And I like that a lot better.
Yeah?
So the AD AC-20 ammo is going to sprint up over
On
here.
the move. Full speed.
And they're going to spread out a bit as they attempt to come this way.
Good to go.
Cool. The Jenner does not need to carefully maneuver
Affirmative.
and can just walk out of there. So what do we see up here? A ballista, a scorpion, a wolfhound, a wasp. Nothing that scary thus far.
Waiting for orders.
This is all in the category of it's fine.
On my way.
We're going to move
Double
up.
time.
We need to close in on these guys a bit. Do we fire here? I think we don't. I think we just close in this round. That's a joust? Okay. I think it's fine. I'm going to try to move the Hollander out this direction to have a cleaner LOS. Whoa!
Oh,
Hold on a moment.
like me at all. Reporting. Heavy damage.
Hold on a moment. They have artillery at this level? That's insane.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Well, we need to be spread out. That's for sure. And we need to identify who has that. I believe it's this LT4, but that's energy missile. No, it's not you. It must be this ballista. Maybe it only had the one shot?
Waiting for orders.
I don't know. Regardless, the Jenner's going to move in over here and hit this Osiris.
On my way. Double time.
Okay, we're going to miss the Osiris.
Negative damage.
The Wolfhound moves up here, where it's not really threatening us. We're going to move the AD AC-20 ammo here. 50% hit odds. We'll take it.
Affirmative. I missed.
You did indeed. That artillery has me concerned. I believe that's a thumper artillery.
Commander.
Okay, so our Hollander is going to position over this way. We want to have a clear LOS where we can, but we'll pot shot this Wolfhound. Oh, we actually hit it. Nice. 57 damage there. Not the most damage. A Hunchback 4 SP. That's a little spooky. That's a rear arc on that Wolfhound.
Move order received.
Take it.
Target lock up.
Structure exposure on that rear arc. A Wasp moves in. The Hunchback's a little bit scary. Okay. Yep. It's definitely that ballista.
Damage minimal.
Okay. Joust moves in. Does no damage. We need to start eliminating some of these enemies as quickly as possible, because otherwise this is going to be a problem. Okay, so that guy moves through the fire. That's fine.
Receiving you.
I'd love to get the Hollander into rear arc here.
Move order received.
What do we suppose the hit odds are here? 20%? Yeah, not great. If we hit, though, we could kill. But I doubt it.
Acknowledge.
Yeah, no hit. That Hunchy is spooky, but it's not the only threat. There are two primary threats here. The Osiris moves up and rear arc attacks our Jenner. It gets very little.
on that hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our add AC-20 ammo needs to keep sprinting in here. We need to get as close as we can.
Roger that.
22.8, 20.3. I'm going to only fire the medium laser here. We need to try to conserve AC-20 ammo. I'm not going to fire it unless it's at least 50-50. Okay, there goes that SPG. It didn't fire this time. It's a sniper artillery. Okay. Good to know. So they're going to engage us from this tree line here, I think. Is their plan?
Receiving you.
Can our Jenner realistically get in here? Yeah, but the hit odds are low, and I feel like that's bait. I feel like that one's bait. If we hit, it'd be great. We don't have enough to vigilance. It's a risk. It's absolutely a risk. But no risk, no reward.
Acknowledged.
We missed. Sad.
That didn't hit.
We did break through its armor, and we made him panic level critical.
Commander.
So there is that. Our Wolverine can move forward.
Affirmative.
Just checking hit odds here. If it would update. Come on, RogueTech. There we go. Okay. So, 20%. Sure. We'll have to go for the Osiris here.
Firing full complement.
But I'd love to start seeing some of these units get eliminated. So he's no longer having evasive. Scorpion moves in, goes for the Jenner. We knew that that would happen. That the Jenner would take a lot of rear arc damage if we missed. Actually, that's in the arm, which is kind of worse.
Getting the angle on it.
Oof. That's really painful.
Weapon system down.
Okay. The Joust moves up, goes for the Hollander. Okay.
Losing armor.
This is absolutely going to hurt. Interesting. He almost killed the Osiris there. Very close.
I'm here.
The add AC-20 ammo is going to need to come up over here. We're going to go for the kill on the Osiris here. I want it dead.
Roger that.
Oh, we missed on 88%. Oh, ho, ho.
Negative damage.
And they have a sniper artillery on 1 skull difficulty, too.
Critical hit. Bad one, I think.
That's interesting. RogueTech has decided that it doesn't like me right now.
Standing by.
We're going to move up our Hollander into this cover.
Position confirmed.
We need this Osiris dead.
Confirmed.
And we do get a hit there. We break through the armor. But it's not dead yet. We still can't move our Jenner, for the record. Haven't had an opportunity to move it yet. The hover tank moves up, and that's fine for the moment. The SPG doesn't fire there.
Yes,
That's a good
Commander.
sign. Now we can move the Jenner. So we're going to position it up over here,
On my way.
but that was a lot of damage. We're going to fire on the LT4. I don't expect much out of that. We're mostly just trying to get it out of harm's way. Okay. We're going to have to start killing something sometime. But once again, on the we appear to have a bad seed. We're going to move up here and... We gotta go for the kill on the Osiris. There's no other option, right? But he still has his evasive. I still think he dies here.
All weapons low.
Nope, he does not. We hit almost entirely armor there. Sad. The Joust moves up, goes for our Wolverine. And they got a head hit out of that.
Wounded.
Man, we're having bad luck in this mission. The Hunchy moves in. Now, what variant of Hunchy is that? He had missiles, I think. So it's not as bad as it could have been. The Locust moves up. Fires on our Wolverine. Our Wolverine's okay for now. That Osiris needs to go, though.
Standing by.
Add AC-20 ammo should definitely move up here and start engaging some of these guys if we have the hit odds, which we simply don't. We can make our way down over here. Go for the Osiris. Any way we slice it here, we're in cover.
On it. Targeting for
And this
physical
should
attack.
kill the Osiris. There we go. 1 down. 8 to go.
Mech destroyed.
Okay. So that Hunchy moves in. The Hunchy does need to be a fairly priority target, but that backstab on his own friend there was
Not
pretty
much
good.
armor left
I like
in
that.
location.
Your armor's doing mediocre.
Let's do this.
Okay, we're going to move up over here with our Hollander. 43%, 43%. 56 on this Scorpion. Now, we're not going to kill the Scorpion, but we can soften it.
Don't do that.
And we miss. Sure.
Missed.
Okay. Well, the Wolfhound moves up. We're having those freezes a little bit more regularly. Cool.
Orders.
The Jenner is, at this point, looking to get backstabs. That is our goal. And we want to keep moving as quickly as we can. So we backstab as many people as we can. And we just keep moving. So we're going to try to backstab... Well, we can't actually backstab the Hunchy from this position. We can try to get the Wolfhound.
Target lock on.
Okay. We did some damage there. The Wasp moves back a bit. They're continuing to hit the Wolfhound here. Or rather, the Wolverine. Okay. Oof. Structure exposure there was not what I wanted to see right now. In this arm, there's nothing there that we can't
Standing by.
that we can't replace. So we can move up over here, try to protect our left-hand side a bit, but honestly, it kind of doesn't matter. We can position here,
Got it.
and then vigilance it to get even more damage reduction. Then we can go for like the Scorpion.
Confirm.
Certainly not the finest firing that I've ever seen there, but we got the armor down a bit. The Joust is going to move up and fire on our Hollander. Oof. Through the armor on the Hollander already, too. Wow. They're just really getting their targets. Like, exactly where they want it. The LT-4 moves up and fires. It moved through the fire there, and it mostly missed the Jenner. So for the moment, that's okay. That is in this arm. Okay. The SPG is going to fire on nothing. Is it out of sniper artillery ammo? It may be. The Wasp moves over and fires on our Jenner. It misses. I like it. Our Jenner needs to just keep hitting and running. That's the goal there. The Locust moves up over here. Sure.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we have a rear arc on the Hollander. This torso is what we need to protect. We don't need to protect this arm necessarily. Okay. Let's go for the Joust here. If we hit this, it could die.
Firing all weapons.
Unfortunately, we ended up hitting this instead of this. The Joust moves away, fires on the Hollander, right into that engine
That
crits?
hit something. Something important.
There's no engine in this arm. 2 through armor engine crits?
Receiving.
RogueTech is really bad at me. Okay. So we're going to sprint our add AC-20 ammo forward here, I think. We need to close in.
Affirmative.
We're going to hit the Scorpion light tank. I want it dead. It is dead. Okay. There we go.
Hostile eliminated.
2 down. 7 to go. The Wolfhound is going to fire on our add AC-20 ammo. It gets a little damage in there, but our armor is still pretty fresh there. Okay. They haven't moved their Hunchy yet. It's going to move now, and this could be very painful. Okay. So we lose our evasive.
Reporting.
We knew that that would likely happen in that rough terrain.
Good to go.
But our Wolverine is going to Vigilance here. And then I would love to fire on something. These hit odds are all just absolute garbage. Because we failed our sensor roll. Of course we did. We're going to hit the Hunchy. And that was pretty good, actually, all things considered. Okay, so the Ballista now fires, ow, on the Wolverine.
I am taking critical hits here.
Yeah, that was the Hollander's arm going away. I still say it's insane that they have a sniper artillery on one skull. That is bonkers. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to position, like, over here, I guess? Or over here. I don't love this position.
Affirmative.
But we're going to position here, and we're going to hit the Hunchy's rear arc. If we hit literally everything in the CT and get crits, we could kill it here, but
Firing on rear.
the odds of that are incredibly low. And yeah, we didn't hit much. Okay, that hover tank is moving off. Okay. Phase 21. So they're going to move the Wolfhound here. They backed off, and they're firing on the Jenner. That's okay for now. Okay. Phase 19. Man, they moved this guy phase 15. We were also awkward on our initiative rolls, because of course we were. They're continuing to fire on the add AC-20 ammo, and the armor on that's dropping. We're not surprised by that.
Took a hard hit there, Commander.
Okay. The Jenner at this point, it has to move. We have to keep moving here. We can go after the LT4,
Acknowledged.
but we have to keep moving.
Locked on. Rear arc.
Some decent damage there, but it's not what we need. So we'll see what the Hunchy does here. Okay, he goes for the add AC-20 ammo. I'm not surprised about that. There goes our medium laser, and we're going to get knocked down. Just because of initiative roll. That's all it is.
Oh, you bastards.
However, that Hunchy might be vulnerable where he's at. They're going to keep firing at the add AC-20 ammo, and they could kill it, in theory. There's so many of them.
Good to go.
The Hollander is going to move up here. 56% on the Hunchy.
Confirmed.
Let's see what we get.
All weapons are go.
Okay, we did hit him there, but we didn't break through the armor. The Wasp moves up, fires on the add AC-20 ammo. Now, if we lose the AC-20 here, there's no replacing it at this point. And this is the arm with the AC-20, because of course it is.
Receiver here.
Okay. We're going to hit the Hunchy here. And we missed our autocannon. Did not break through the armor on the Hunchback. Okay. Phase 12. Of course.
Report.
Okay, he ejected. I was actually thinking about ejecting him myself there. That was actually what I was going to do at that point.
I'm
Ow. So I think we're out of here. It was just too many that it threw at us. It's okay. We gave it a valiant effort.
Let's do this.
Yeah. We're gonna leave. This is a bad faith withdrawal? How long will it take? 5 rounds?
Good to go.
Okay. We're gonna back off the Hollander here. And I'm gonna continue to fire at that hunchback.
Alpha strike.
That was a nice CT hit. Unfortunately, he moves instantly. He has very, very good initiative rolls. Yep, there goes another arm. MRM 30 crit there.
Okay,
So
that was really bad.
here's what we're gonna have to do. We just have to eject everybody. Really? I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess, looking at how much there is there. Please eject.
Commander,
Down to phase 2.
Wounded.
We might not be able to eject the Jenner. I'd love to eject people. There's just so many of them. The Wasp moving in and meleeing? Please don't. Okay, he missed his charge. Good. We're just going to eject. What exactly does a bad faith withdrawal mean? So a bad faith withdrawal means that you didn't make enough of an effort that you're going to get paid. You weren't successful enough to get any amount of pay. So what are we going to give up here? An ER medium laser, that's painful. A missile accuracy FCS, that's a bit painful. But we got to go. We have no choice. They're probably going to kill the Jenner. Oh, we get to eject the Jenner too. What do we lose here? Just an FCS improved. Nothing too major.
punching out.
Okay. There's just too many of them. If they didn't have the sniper artillery, it would have been much more doable, I think.
Systems holding.
But that sniper artillery was insane. So,
Commander.
what do we lose for the Hollander? A FCS flak. That's painful too, but it's better than losing our weapon systems that we can't replace. We're getting out.
Mission failed.
Okay. Bad luck on that one. It's fine. If we had gotten some crazy luck on a few of those shots, we could have turned that around, but that's pure RNG at that point. I don't think there was a solid way to get out of that one. We probably just should have immediately tried to get out the moment we saw that there was an extra reinforcement lance. But there's going to be some painful repairs here. The good news is we're not doing that badly on funds. We're doing okay on funds. The bad news is sometimes RogueTech just does this. Sometimes RogueTech is just like, you know what? I'm going to throw 1 trillion enemies at you, and you're not going to hit a single thing. It is what it is. So we ended up losing 61,000 C-bills because we bad-faithed. So they made no attempt to pay us. And everything took a lot of damage, but we didn't straight up lose anything super irreplaceable. It's going to take a lot of work to put this all back together, but we kept our MRM-30, we kept our Gauss rifle, we kept our AC-20, and the Jenner didn't really have anything too special. But we kept everything that was super important. We get no salvage, we get no pay, and we get a big repair bill. That's the fun of this. Gotta love it. So let's get these repairs underway here. And it's getting close to time to stop the stream. We definitely don't have time for another mission, but I'd like to get us to the point where we're ready for another mission. We should be able to do that anyway. So let's get this put back together. Now, Yang is going to attempt to repair our mechs, and he's mostly going to do an okay job, but a lot of it isn't going to be replaced very well. We're not going to be able to replace some of those FCSs. We can replace others. So we'll have to see exactly what we can do. That was painful, though. No doubt about it. But recovering from those sorts of experiences is what RogueTech is all about. So let's see what our repairs are going to look like. It will hurt. I'm expecting at least 300,000. That said, we can definitely make that happen. This is by no means the end of our company. So let's see what we've got. What do you got, Yang? 500,000? Yeah, that hurts. No doubt about it. So we will repair like this. We're going to have a financial report as well. So that's going to be another 600,000 gone. That hurts a lot. Our repair drop bay is going to be done. So our next drop, we're going to be able to drop 5 mechs. And we can always scrap like those land air mech parts if we really want to. So we should be fine here. That upgrade will finish now.
Those upgrades you asked for are online.
And I think we continue working our way down this. That's another 500,000 that I'm about to spend here. But we do that. And then we hop into the mech bay. Bankruptcy is currently projected. We're aware of that. And we hop into our storage here. We want to get rid of some of these primitive parts. Maybe not a Thunderbolt or Shadowhawk part at this point. Those are both solid mechs, even if they're primitive. But we can get rid of some of these vehicle parts for sure. That's 82,000 there. We can get rid of these guys. We don't need them. We can get rid of these striker parts. And we're now okay-ish. These Mantis VTOL parts, yup. And we were always planning to get rid of the Wasp Land Air mech parts. Where are those? That's regular Wasp, not the Land Air. That's the Fenrir part. That's not very valuable. Where are you, Mr. Wasp Land Air mech? Is that you? Yes. Okay. That's not as much as I was hoping. Okay. Well, we're at 800,000 for the moment. We're going to tick forward here and let some of these repairs finish up. There's a minor infraction. Okay, we'll make them both sad. Cool. That mission was painful. No doubt about it. But we'll get these mechs back online.
Hey, boss.
The repair drop bay 2 is done now, and we're not going to get another one. We're going to call that good for now for our upgrades. All work orders are allegedly done. We're going to hop into the mech bay here. All 4 of these are going to need more work. So we're going to refit this, and how much is that going to cost? We'll see. We need to replace our cockpit here. We need to repair the MRM. Otherwise, that's not so bad. So the missile accuracy FCS, let's see what we've got for additional FCSs here. We could put an Artemis, but that's tonnage. So we might just have to leave that as a standard FCS for right now. Although we do have a ton available. So we could put in an FCS Artemis. That's not bad right now, actually. That enables using Artemis ammo. We don't have Artemis ammo, but we'll get that going. That'll take 3 days and 4,000 C-bills. Not too bad.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay, now for the Clint. We lost a ballistic accuracy FCS here. And what can we put in there? We also lost a heatsink and medium laser over here. So we will repair all, and we'll put in that medium laser and a regular heatsink. Those aren't a problem to replace. No issues there. And as far as the FCS goes, let's take a quick look here at what we've got. We have another ballistic accuracy, so we'll slot that in there. Cool. The flak FCS on the Hollander, that's going to be much harder to replace. And anything else here? No, everything else is good. So we just lose a heatsink and a flak FCS. The heatsink is fine, no problem. As far as the flak FCS, we may have to leave it as an FCS standard for the moment. We could put in a rangefinder, though. That would help. That would certainly help. Sure. We'll call that good for now. There we go. We'd like to get a better FCS in the Hollander, but we just don't have one. As far as the Jenner goes, this one took a little bit more damage. So we lose the FCS improved. We lose a couple medium lasers and a heatsink. Nothing too major there. Losing the Deadfire SRM ammo would have been much worse. So we can take like a medium... Actually, do we have the heat efficiency to run medium laser magnas? Maybe. Let's put in our heatsink. And was that the only heatsink that we needed? Yes. Okay. So we'll drop this medium laser magna for heat purposes. And we will put in a regular medium laser. I'll drop this one as well. And a regular medium laser goes in here. Okay, we'll call that good. So that gets our mechs back online. So all things considered, we could have taken a lot more damage if I hadn't have ejected everybody there. So let's hop back to the Argo and tick forward here. And we are officially ready for deployment now. Beautiful. Actually, let's go through the barracks here real quick too. Any promotions to be done?
Commander.
Yes, actually. So Behemoth pilots the Wolverine. I'm going to go for tactics here. We're going to go for tactician. Get that sweet, sweet sensor roll. Cool.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Because sensor roll was a big part of what we were struggling with the last one, too. So that's fine. Clint Jenner Hatchetman. Yeah. So for this guy, I want him to be perhaps piloting, because he needs to get in close. Escapist might not be bad here. I don't think either of these are actually great, though. Minus 15% stability damage is pretty good. Juggernaut would also be good here, though. So we'll take that.
Mech warrior training complete.
And what else do we have?
Good to receiving you.
Standing by.
Okay, Magistrate, you also pilot the Wolverine, so we're going to go for the point of tactics. Cool.
Training complete.
Commander.
And Mongrel absolutely takes Bandit here.
Training confirmed.
And
Commander.
does Smoke have anything?
Right here.
Yeah, actually. A point of gunnery will be fine.
Mech warrior
And there we go.
training
So we
complete.
are now completely ready to deploy. We need to farm up some cash, and that will be a job for another stream. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for today, and we will come back to this another time. We'll see if we do this next week at all, but this is, like I said at the beginning of this stream, kind of the fallback game that I'll be playing around when I don't have other ideas. Is basically the way that we'll do this. So we'll come back to this next time, and we'll build up our funds. That definitely needs to happen. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this stream possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Kentuin, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, Jens Graham, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.